Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, I almost accidentally clicked stop streaming instead of the unmute button. 2 minute stream. Oopsie. Hello, hello. Hello. I have made a full recovery. Quote unquote. Technically, my throat is still a little bit not perfect, but I can talk well and all that stuff. You know? I've been drinking lots of tea to make it better. And I'm in good enough condition to stream, so that's good enough for me. Hello, hello. Hi, Ian. Hi, Zeno. Welcome, welcome. Carmen's eating trust. Nope, I ate before. I had leftovers and it was yummy. I don't know if Ian's here. He said probably gonna have lunch when it starts. So we'll see if he comes back. We're playing the part 2 of the thing I was supposed to do 2 weeks ago, and then I messed up. Well, I didn't like mess up. I just didn't finish it. Oh, hold on, let me take off. You guys aren't detectives today. Yes, we're gonna continue on from the karma route that we were doing. And hopefully get the good ending. I believe. I always get good endings in games like this, right? Woohoo! Almost fully healed. Yeah! So happy. This is kind of loud, actually. I'm gonna put it like this. Let's continue. I think it should be this last one. Whoa, it changed from Karma to Claude in the save file. I don't like that. I don't give a freak about Claude. I want it to be Karma. What? Okay. Where were we? I think timeline-wise, we just figured out that he was this prince from a neighboring kingdom and he got cursed. We still don't know what the... Oh no, we do know what the curse is. He... to get any girl who looks at him would, like, fall in love with him. But we don't know how to break his curse. Okay. And we just started chapter 7. When I returned to the market later that night, my hands are scratched and I think I might have bruises on my arms. Claude is not joking when he said we would not go easy on me. Oh yes, and I wanted to learn to defend myself better since I got kidnapped like 3 times. But he did compliment me more than once. Karma, I've hit you quite a few times and you haven't uttered a single complaint. Impressive. Okay, do you like beating me? What the hell? Crimes for the weak. Though everyone should be sleeping, I noticed that the light is still on in the tavern. I see Julian and Garland up and at a table, speaking with each other and laughing. If Claude had come back with me, he would be happy to see this. You two are still up? They're not even surprised when they turn to face me. Good days like this are even better when stretched. I haven't been off duty in a long time. Did you both have a good time tonight? It was great. Garland knows these little places in town that I've never even heard of before. I noticed that Julian is more energetic than usual. Her smile a little wider than normal. Oh my god, you think they're together? I wonder if he's drunk. Oh. I'm gonna get another drink. Another drink? Garland leans in towards me, his voice hushed. We already bought a replacement bottle when we were out today. He would never take anything from the market without money. Right. Is Julian drunk? Oh no, princess. Tipsy. It's like a buzz. Fades a lot quicker. I've never been drunk in my life. Because I don't like drinking. But, also, I don't know. Hello, boss. Hello, Annika. Welcome. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. How are you? And how's the doggo? My dog is doing great. It's really cold, so I brought out this giant fluffy blanket, and she's really liking it. That's my dog update for the day. She's really enjoying the big fluffy blanket. She's in it right now, actually. I'm not gonna grab her. She seems very comfortable. Oh, Glenn and I watched Jillian as she refills her glass at the bar. I have to thank you, Princess. I would have never asked her out if you and Karma hadn't insisted on it. So you told her? Garland looks at me with a pleased smile. I'll take that as a yes! Oh my god, they're together! I love it when the NPCs get together. She didn't really realize until much later. I just asked her out for food and she thought that's all it was. Maybe Jillian really did need to be told bluntly. What happened? I, told her. And? We talked and remembered old times. He sounds like an old man. And I held her hand. Oh my gosh! I noticed Garland flinch ever so slightly, but he's smiling. He looks pleased with himself. And the night's not over yet, so... He trails off with a hopeful smile before he raises his eyebrows at me. What about you and Karma? What about us? What? What do you mean? I asked him to train me. Train? Princess, you asked him to teach you how to use a sword? What's this? Our princess is gonna pick up a sword? Jared returns to the table, but I'm too tired to probably join in on the conversation. I should leave them to their conversation and head to bed. I need to get some rest if I want to start practicing at night. I excuse myself to head upstairs. Whoa! I'm startled awake by an excruciatingly bright light. It is momentary, and when it's over, I'm sitting in my bed, dazed and confused. My eyes burn. My hand flies to the pendant around my neck where I see the second glass slipper with another piece. Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh! Is it because I helped them get together and that counts as a good deed? That counts as a good deed? Okay, if you say so. There's another piece. When I do another good deed, I grasp the necklace tightly in my hand as I make my way to the tavern. Everyone's doing their pre-morning chores when I get to the tavern area. I notice Karma glaring off into space, and then not far from him, the two knights. They haven't been up all night, have they? Well, I make my way slowly over to them. Even back then, you were like some kind of shadow, weren't you? You don't have to hide it. It was obvious you were tailing me back then. It was only because I was worried about you. What the hell? He used to stalk her? And they're making it like some... Oh my god, he was just protecting me from the shadows. He was stalking you. I realize you really didn't have to follow me, Lynn. But I'm glad you did. Lan? Jurian? Oh, shush. Fritz used to call you that too. I don't remember who these characters... Who's Fritz? Lan is Garland's childhood nickname. He still gets embarrassed when I call him that. Okay, I don't care. What are you talking about? Oh, we were just reminiscing. I look at the two of them critically for a few moments, waiting for them to say something. They both exchange a glance before looking at me, confused. Well, include me in the conversation, please. Well, what? How'd your date go last night? Garland makes a sound and turns beet red. Tyrian's eyebrows quirk, and then she laughs. Oh, that. It went well. So well, in fact, that you can see that the two of us are still very much enjoying each other's company. Tyrian is usually busy taking her rounds around the market with a scowl on her face. She looks happier being here with Garland, more relaxed. You might even say we're dating. Oh my gosh, it's official! Isn't it funny how red he gets, Princess? You were blushing just as much yesterday when I... One more word, Len, and I swear I'll punch you. Why am I third wheeling in my own otome game, bruh? The two of them were both blushing now, and the scene is oddly comical. Who knew that the two great knights of the Order of Caldera could be so easily undone? Both of you are amusing to watch. The two of them stare at me, suddenly solemn-faced. I suddenly remember that one conversation the knights all had at the castle. They were talking about how they all had personal reasons for being knights, despite the fact that they all served the king. It is what it is. I had always thought Jurian and Garland were stoic and honorable, that their only reason for becoming knights was a sense of justice. Seeing them here, though, without that stoic facade, they feel more like people. Third wheeling is inevitable. My curiosity is piqued. Do you mind if I ask what your reasons were for becoming knights? Oh, my father was a knight. Your father? Yeah. My mother died when I was young, and because my father couldn't be around at the time to take care of me, I ended up practically— Hello? I'm getting notifications from OBS Studio. I can't read. Move. Move. Hello? I ended up practically living with Len and his family. Len was always annoyed when I called him my brother. Oh my god, he's had a crush on you since you guys were babies. Now I know why. Jurian wanted to follow in her father's footsteps. Then why'd you join the Knights, Garland? 'Cause he wanted to watch over me. Jesus, is that not, like, insane? So, wow, you're doing everything for a girl? Okay. I never knew you blushed so easily, Garland. Garland seems to blush even harder at that, and Julian's laughter becomes infectious. I feel amusement begin to bubble up as I watch the two of them. But a cold voice cuts through the laughter in the atmosphere like a hot blade through ice. Could you keep it down over there? Whoa, what? Who is this Debbie Downer? Why are you mad? You're the one who told them to get together. I turn and see that Claude's eyes, normally so warm, are cold. His usual smile is gone, replaced with a deep scowl. Oh, we're sorry. He's still glaring at the two of them. Oh, I can tell him about the necklace. Karma, I got another piece of my necklace, another good deed. Claude turns his gaze to me, but the frown doesn't disappear. That's nice, darling. His voice is calm but flat and lacks any enthusiasm. What the hell? He doesn't like me anymore? He doesn't freak with me anymore? That felt lackluster. And oddly disappointing. A good deed? Congratulations, princess. You're close to breaking your curse. What'd you get the good deed for? I'm not sure. I don't know. Hi, hello, Astro. Welcome, welcome. Maybe it was for helping Lan confess. I hear you and Karma went out of your way to help make it happen. That happened yesterday, though. Maybe the magic was waiting to see what became of Garland and I? Claude makes a dismissive hand gesture from his table, frowning. If you two insist on being so affectionate, you should get a room. Affectionate? Jurian's smile has faded away into a dangerous scowl, where Garland looks confused. Jurian looks notably irritated. The shadow's still there on his face. What the F? What's wrong with this guy? Why are you so mad? What are they doing? You're the one who's like, you have to confess to her. Is he mad? No, freak this guy. Freak you. Stop that. It doesn't matter if something's bothering him. It isn't like him to be so rude. Irritation is no excuse for rudeness. Fine, I apologize. Happy? What the? He looks at me for a few moments, his expression twisted into a defiant scowl, but it doesn't hold long. Moments later, his expression softens and he looks away, almost in shame. I'm sorry. This apology sounds real, but still, why do I feel so disappointed? Silence descends for a few moments before Claude abruptly stands up from his table. Excuse me. Claude turns briskly and heads upstairs, leaving me with the two knights. What's up his butt today? I wonder what's wrong with him. You think we've been running him too thin because of practice? I don't think it's you two. I get the feeling that Claude holds himself back from saying what he wants to mean sometimes. Sometimes he acts strange, distant, and recently he's getting more and more moody. Princess? I look over at Anise, who is smiling apologetically. Sorry to interrupt, but Mr. Broom is getting kind of restless. Time to sweep, I suppose. Mr. Broom! Well, maybe cleaning will help me get my mind off things. The rest of the day goes by slowly. I'm stuck cleaning most of the day and then serving later. At one point, I speak with Delora about the nights that she had attempted to kidnap me, and she tells me that she and Perfet are meeting later to discuss their suspicions. I still do not understand what their suspicions are, when Sir Alcaster cannot possibly know who I am. My hands are sore by the end of the night, but I still feel like I can practice with a sword. I noticed that both Jurian and Garland look restless too. Garland eventually leaves for patrol, while Jurian remains at a table, looking deep in thought. I don't want to bother her, so I decide to try and find Claude. I go to his room, but that door is locked. Let me in, please. Karma, are we training tonight? No answer. My heart sinks. Is he not speaking to me? Did I do something wrong? For days, Claude stayed in his room, only leaving when he had to be on patrol. A few times I saw Parfait go into his room, but she refuses to talk about what's bothering him. What the hell? You're okay with that fairy, but not with me? I feel so useless. When Claude did appear in the tavern around the town, he still had that terrible grimace on his face. Look, I really don't want to talk right now. If you're so frustrated with me, why not just ignore me? No, I'm not going to train tonight. I'm not in the right state of mind. I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. Please. This B word! I'm really beginning to worry about him. What, is he gonna turn into a werewolf or something? Like, come on. Today I'm in town running errands with Waltz for Parfait. It's been almost a week since Claude started acting so strangely, so I thought I needed to do something for him. I know he likes dresses, and he told me once that he liked roses, but can I really find something that will cheer him up? Perhaps he would like some jewelry. Well, do you remember where that jewelry store Karma likes is? I don't go there very often, so unfortunately no. Princess, is this a good deed? Huh? What you're doing right now, did you think it would be a good deed? Good deeds need to be selfless, right? Generally, yes. I doubt this would count as selfless. I'm doing this to cheer Karma up. That sounds pretty selfless. But it's so that he goes back to teach me how to fight instead of sulking in his room. He's like, okay, never mind. That's not selfless at all. I've heard that Karma has been teaching you how to use a sword. Why'd you want to learn how to fight? Because I've gotten kidnapped like 50 times? What do you mean, why would I want to learn? Because I want to protect myself, and it's not like I can use magic. At least sword fighting gives me an advantage. Sorry, princess. I wish I could teach you magic, but it doesn't work when you're under a curse. But on your 18th birthday, when you become the Tenebrum Bearer, you'll be able to use magic. I'll instruct you if you want me to. That would be nice. Thank you. That does not serve my current problem. What would cheer Claude up? Walt starts chuckling beside me, and I turn to look at him confused. Karma's important to you, isn't he? He's my partner, and he's helped me. He's also been patient with me and smiled even when I said he's some really inconsiderate things to him. Oh my god, she loves him. I'm glad, princess, that he's your friend. My friend? Claude doesn't feel like a friend. He feels like something else. Oh my god, she's in love with him. Oh, princess, is this the one you were searching for? Waltz points to a peddler sporting different kinds of jewelry, and I instantly make my way toward it. There are all kinds of glittering things displayed, and for a few moments I feel myself drawn to everything. Then I notice the price tags. Ugh, I'm broke as hell. I barely have any money left from when the king gave me that pouch. I can't afford any of this. Maybe we should go do our errands first and then look for a gift. Maybe we'll find something as we look through the stores. But if I don't get Claude's gift today, I might not be able to give it to him tonight. Princess? Well, he's being a jerk, so why would I buy stuff for him with my hard-earned money? Ugh. What should I... For a gift first? No, freak this guy. Waltz has a good point. We might be able to find something while we do the errands, and then we can get them out of the way. Besides, it's not right for me to put Claude above everyone else. We spent a few hours gathering the supplies needed for the tavern, and only then do we start looking again for Claude's gift. Princess, I can hold more of those bags for you. It's fine, I'm used to carrying lots of bags. Does Karma make you carry them around? Yes. Princess, you should really tell him off. He does a lot of other things for me, but next time I think I will. So long as he gets out of his room sometime soon. I really hope he does. Hey, princess. But now the problem is finding something that he'll like. What is Claude like? Princess! There's no reason for you to shout. Walt shakes his head at me, but he's smiling. Let me offer you a deal. A deal with the devil? Ho ho ho. If you help me set up one of my puppet shows, I'll pay you. You earn money from your puppet shows? Yeah, they'll like throw coins in his little hat. I get tipped. So what do you say? I won't go easy on you though. Yeah, I'll help you. Why do you seem so surprised? I was just thinking that everyone's right. You've really changed, princess. Thank you. I've become so much more kinder and selfless and able to help others. Maybe having Karma as a partner really was a good idea. Being partners with Claude may have changed me for the better, but I doubt I've done the same for him. I'm sure Karma would be very happy that you're buying him a gift. Receiving gifts from an admirer isn't the same thing as you getting him something. Admirers? He receives gifts from admirers? For a few moments, I think about the woman who chased us in town a few weeks ago, and I feel a little unpleasant stab in my heart. Small things. A man will treat him to a dessert every so often. I saw a lot of it when we did errands together. I always make Karma accept those gifts without killing the man. Killing the man? It's dramatic, but it sounds like Karma. He punched Rumple when he asked him to marry him, joke or not. Karma wears his disguise to be convincing, but then he gets angry when people fall for it. He's still very much a child. You know how he is. He doesn't like being flirted with. Waltz, do you know anything else about Karma's curse? His curse? He never really talks about it. Claude may be even more stubborn than me if he's not letting anyone help him with his curse. Waltz and I continue our search for a gift. Waltz tells me I can just look for something a bit more expensive and he'll just put me to work for another day by helping him with his puppets. I return to the jewelry peddler we found earlier. Hello, madam, sir. What can I help you with today? Do you have any sort of rose-shaped jewelry here? The man refers me to a box full of many different rose-shaped earrings. Ooh, cute. He then shows me necklaces, and I realize belatedly that it's as if I'm searching for something for Miss Karma, not Claude. My eyes scan the glass, nearly in defeat, before a little rose catches my attention in the back of the display window. It has a chain connected to it, but it doesn't seem long enough to be a necklace. What's that? That's our simple rose pendant, ma'am. It comes with a chain, but it can also be pinned on the chest. The man takes it out of the display case so I can look at it. Ooh. That's pretty. This is fancy, but not completely flashy. I feel a little click as my fingers as I press my fingers to the pendant, and I realize I can also open. Oh yes, you can also put something small inside of it. This is perfect! I look at the price tag, and after making sure that it's not too expensive, I pay the shopkeeper. Waltz pays him the additional fee, and then we walk back to the market together. I was about to say we waltz back. I wonder what Waltz's favorite dance move is. When we return to the market, I go to my room to tuck the locket into a drawer before I head to the tavern to finish the rest of my chores. Just as I expected, Claude is not just downstairs today either. Julian and Garland have taken a training with each other, though they seem agitated that Claude is not helping them. At the end of the day, I hurry to my room, where I write a few words on a piece of paper that I put into the locket. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead, in heartfelt thanks. I hold the locket tightly in my hand and start towards Claude's room. Why is my heart beating so fast? I'm just giving him a gift. She likes him! She likes him! I pause at Claude's door, remembering the last time I entered his room. I'm sure it's okay if I just go in. I open the door to Claude's room, which is thankfully not locked, and I step inside. What the? I thought it was locked before. Now we just left it open? Claude's sitting motionless in front of his mirror, shoulders slumped as he stares at his reflection. Ugh. He's shirtless, and there's that tattoo. It seems different? Claude does not notice me at first. I notice that his hand goes to the tattoo over his chest. And then I hear him heave a heavy sigh. Slowly, I close the door behind me. It clicks, and that's when he suddenly turns to look at me. At first, there's just shock on his face, and then suddenly anger. Again? Why do you do this again, Karma? I want to talk with you. Let's not talk about giving him something, because then maybe he'll be like, ugh, don't give me anything. But also, every time I try to talk to him, he gets mad. Let's just give him what we came here to give, and then we can leave, right? I don't think that's bad. I tightly grip the locket in my hands as I stare at him. And this was so important, so very essential, that you once again missed knocking on my door for a simple delivery. You know what's funny that I just realized? They don't have a sprite of him shirtless, so they're just putting nothing on the screen. His voice slices through my heart. I wanted it to be a surprise. I'm not in the mood for surprises, princess. Oh my god. Back up. In no time at all, Claude's suddenly right in front of me, his hands outstretched on either side of me, pinning me to the wall against the door. His face is so close, his expression so fierce that I cannot even bring myself to think of a way out. The only thing I can do is stare at him levelly, without getting angry, without crying. I will not show any weakness. Why? Why aren't you struggling or screaming at me? That's what the Karma that I know would do. Then you do not know me as much as you think you do. And you know nothing about me. What the? Okay. What the freak is going on? Why does he hate me all of a sudden? I thought you liked us. I already had a retort prepared when I stopped, realizing he's right. I barely know anything about him. No, I don't, but I'd like to. Why do you insist on poking your nose into others' business? We're partners. That's the only reason. It has to be. I'm supposed to help you, so why do you keep secrets from me? Help me? His lips quirk, but his smile is sardonic. Claude, I want to help you. In the silence that descends between us, I find that I cannot help but look at Claude's tattoo, the thorns twirling around the rose. It is beautiful, but it also seems lethal. When I glance at Claude again, he looks crestfallen, his eyes glittering like he might be on the verge of tears. Secrets are secrets for a reason, princess. You should know that. If I could speak about them, I would, but I can't. And you bursting into my room without any notice only makes it harder. Harder for what? Princess, you can't imagine what this all feels like. What is he talking about? And that woman, I thought we were meant to be. She was so lovely, her smile as bright as the sun. Claude's eyes are far away. That's why. Never again. But then you ruined everything, Karma. You cut me down like... What the F? He's talking about some girl? He's like, oh my god. We're rebounds! What the hell? We're the rebound! I push my hands against Claude's chest, catching him off guard and forcing him to stumble back. I cannot take any of this. If I've ruined everything, then I'll just leave. You can have all the time in the world to yourself then. The locket I bought for him burns my hand, and I ended up throwing it at his feet. Come on, wait. I ignore him as I run from the room. Freaking jerk. When I return to my room and lock my door, I feel too hollow inside for tears. It hurts to breathe when I think of Claude. I eventually manage to fall asleep, but only have snatches of restless dreams when my eyes finally close. Bleh. What the F? He doesn't freak with me. He doesn't freak with me. Maybe his, like, curse is that... he can't fall in love with the other person, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's up his butt. Like, honestly. Mother, are you and father in true love like the fairy tales? I thought I forbid you to speak of fairy tales. Hiding them. No, mother, but I overheard someone in the palace talking about them today. Then I shall have to find that person and make sure that they know what an appropriate topic of conversation in this palace is. But, Mother, true love and fairy tales sounds so nice. Do you think I can fall in love with a prince? Dearest one, true love like that does not exist. But the love between a mother and her child is the truest kind. It cannot be replicated by anything else. And other kinds of love is an illusion. My love's all you will ever need. Do you understand me, my heart? Yes, Mother. Oh, I forgot about my evil freaking mom, bro. Yay! Chapter 8. Keep your stance straight. Keep your stance straight, princess. Jurian gives me the warning, but too late on purpose. I can see the smile on her face as she effortlessly slides past my defenses and taps me on the shoulder with her wooden sword. Got you. Again. For the last few days, I've been practicing it with Jurian and Garland because Claude still hasn't come out of his room. The knights offered to train me, and right now they're teaching me about ways to hold a sword. This is slow, but Claude did tell me I wouldn't be able to master the sword so quickly. Claude. He made me so angry that one day that I couldn't even probably give him my gift. Yeah, I still feel sad that he's not here teaching me himself. Come on, princess, focus! I jolt out of my reverie and nod at Jurian. Okay. I ready myself for a next strike and once again get tapped, this time on the hip. Garland takes over Jurian and then we do rounds where I try to hit them with certain strikes. They're both good at teaching, but it doesn't feel the same as Claude's instruction. His lessons seem less like they were out of a book. Don't worry, princess. It always starts out slow. Lan was just as slow at training, but look at him now. Garland whips his head around in Jurian's direction, his face turning deep red. Jurian, that nickname. But you're so much fun to tease, Lan. Are you guys here to train me or flirt in front of me, bro? Stop. She beams at him and then laughs at his embarrassed face. Our practice goes on for a few more minutes before the knights tell me to wrap up for the night. I think I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit. Princess, you know it's dangerous out here at night. If I don't return in 10 minutes, you can come back and check on me. Jurian seems unconvinced, but she eventually nods. I'm about to get freaking kidnapped again. This is literally the, kidnapping flag. Fine, but keep your guard up, princess. I watch the two knights as they head back. I see Garland put his arm around Jurian's waist, pulling her closer. I turn away from the sight, ignoring the heavy feeling in my stomach. I'll just practice the swings for 5 more minutes. The only thing I hear in the clearing while I practice is my shallow breathing and the wind in my ears. Something breaks my concentration, however. I see a glimmer of color in the forest, and I instantly stop. My hands growing tense on the wooden sword. What was that? I glance around at my surroundings, and then I freeze when I feel a hand on my shoulder. I can feel someone's breath on my neck. This all feels familiar. Is this Claude? Imagine it's not. You just put your hand over his. You're like, oh my god. Bae, you came back. And it's not. Like, no. Hell no. Come on. Come on. Let's be smart. I'm pretty sure I recognize Claude's hand. But because I know it's him, I also know what he'd want me to do. I duck away from his hand and turn quickly to point my sword. The tip of the wood is at his neck, and for a few stunned moments, I think I won. Even Claude looks surprised. It's really him. Okay, so you finally decided to come outside? Have you gotten over your little pity party, you motherfreaker? But then Claude's hands have moved, and he has one hand over my wrist and the other on my sword. Good, Karma. You realize you had an opening, but you broke your concentration. Claude. Claude removes his hands, allowing me to lower my sword. I'm sorry, Karma. I feel my breath catch in my throat when Claude holds out. Okay. You accidentally left this beautiful thing in my room when I came to return it. Return it? Yes, you left it in my room, and so I only thought it appropriate to bring it back to you. Did he really think I left it there on accident? Why would I leave it in your room by accident? What? I bought it for you, and I wanted to give it to you, but you were acting so strangely, and... Claude's eyes widened, a surprise clear in his face. Karma, you bought this for me? Why does he look so shocked? Claude looks at me in awe for a few moments. His eyes go back down to the locket. He traces a finger around the intricate shape, his eyebrows slowly furrowing. It's to thank you for everything you've done for me. Karma. This is beautiful. He lets the chain fall through his fingers as he stares at the rose pendant with adoration. I feel my heartbeat stutter as he turns to regard me with the same gentle smile. Ah! He leans forward and my breathing stops as he reaches out to hold up my glass slipper necklace. He's standing so close to me. She's blushing! You really are a good person, Karma. You've completed your second good deed. Hell, are we gonna keep ignoring the fact that he was, like, being really mean to me? Like, we're just gonna gloss over it. We're gonna be like, oh my god, I missed you. Shall we train again? Hello? Address me. I think some kind of congratulations is in order. Is there anything you want that I can give to you? I look up to him and notice that Claude's smile doesn't reach his eyes. He still looks so sad. I feel like there's so much I want from Claude, but I don't want to ask him for something that might make him sad. A hug or a smile? I don't want him to hug me, because then he's gonna feel... Because remember, he has, like, the curse, and he doesn't like it when they, like him, you know? Okay, I want you to smile. Claude looks at me, his expression puzzled. He chuckles softly. But I am smiling. No, I want a real smile, one that isn't so sad. You saw right through me. We've been partners for long enough. How about this one? He smiles a little awkwardly, and the quirk of his lips look more like an the quirk of his lips looks more embarrassed than bright. I raise an eyebrow in confusion. No need for that look, darling. I really do appreciate your worry for me. What the F was that? What the F was that? Karma suddenly stops, eyes wide. He puts his hand on his chest and takes a step away from me, his fingers clutching at the fabric of his shirt. Hello? Claude has a pained expression on his face, only making me more anxious. Not now. Claude, are you okay? What's wrong? Karma, don't worry about it. He lowers his hand with the pain smile slowly fading from his face. That does little to reassure me. Was it my fault you were locked in your room for so long? He just looks so pained to be anywhere near me. No, most definitely not. I was feeling under the weather. And also bitter. Bitter? Why do you feel bitter? But it's not for you to worry about, darling. What the? Karma says happening? Hello, man. They've, like, low-key killed my Karma Cess because now we found out that his real name is Claude, which is a K in Karma. And now it's not as good anymore. But it's still interesting. This guy is a man of many secrets. For now, we should head back. It's late and you need a rest. I just got back from patrol, so I'd like to rest as well. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, sweet Karma, you've already... He clutches the rose locket to his chest and sighs out a little with a gentle smile. This smile feels real to me. This is a beautiful gift, and I'll treasure it always. Thank you, Karma. Now, shall we head back? I nod at him. We silently walk back to the market. When we make it back to the tavern, I feel tired, but also lighter than I have for weeks. Claude wishes me a good night before slowly walking off to his room, holding the rose locket I gave him tightly. Nani, blasphemy! 0 out of 10, literally unplayable. I know. How am I supposed to make it Karma Cess if he's like a fake Karma? Karma's an acronym? Mother freaker. Today, I'm walking around town to do some errands with Claude. It's been quite a while since we've done this. Though we're here to run errands, there's also something else that drew me into town today. Yesterday, Waltz came back to the market and told us of an announcement the king was making today. Apparently, the announcement had only been posted for at least a week's time, but Waltz had only caught onto it after hearing about it from the crowds after one of his puppet shows. I'm not really sure what this announcement entails, but I feel like I need to see the king make it with my own eyes. Maybe it's gonna be like, oh, my daughter is missing. Or something like that. I can see more people milling around than usual, which means most of them must be waiting for the king to speak. I have a bad feeling about this. It is not strange for the king to make an announcement, but this feels so sudden. And with everything that's happening to me, I feel on edge. Wow, Karma, you made these bags sound a lot lighter than they'd usually be. What the hell? He's already back to normal. We're not gonna get an explanation? Stop carrying bags. Seeing Claude complain is amusing, especially since I know he can handle the load. Okay. I feel like a servant. What does that make me when you made me carry all those bags before? An assistant? I roll my eyes at him. We're both working at the market, you know? And then the thought strikes me. What do you even do at the market? Claude looks surprised at my question, but then he quickly smiles at me. I train the knights, of course. I also attract customers with my beautiful reputation. I start laughing and Claude's face flushes. Darling, I get the feeling you're laughing at me. I wonder. If you know what I mean, eh, yo? We finish up the rest of our errands and then sit down in the town plaza to rest. Claude leaves briefly and then returns with a slice of cake for both of us to share as a snack. I have a lot of things I want to ask him, and now feels like the right time to do so. May I ask you a question? Of course, darling, anything. Do you enjoy dressing like a woman? I don't mind it, really. I appreciate the beauty in anything. You girls get to wear an assortment. You girls get to wear quite an assortment of lovely dresses and makeup. It's quite beautiful. I feel more comfortable in my own clothes, but I don't mind dresses. I guess if you had to wear a dress for so long, you could get used to it. Dude, this girl doesn't get it. You get used to it. Cross-dressing isn't get used to it. Cross-dressing is an art, mother freaker. I have another question. What would that be? When I was in your room the other day, you spoke about a woman. Are you talking about the witch who cursed you? Oh no, the woman I was talking about. Why would you bring up the other woman? This karma is so stupid. We are the other woman, bro. All of us. He suddenly goes silent and lowers his head. His expression fades into something more melancholy and I feel my heart lurch. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up. To my surprise, Claude continues talking. Shortly after I came to NGL, there was a woman whom I met whose smile was as radiant as sunshine. She was beautiful, and when she laughed, everything felt right about the world. Hearing him talk about her makes me uncomfortable. Am I jealous? Claude watches me quietly as if he's measuring my expression. Eventually, he goes back to speaking. I knew her for many months. Time passed, and I thought we were truly in love, and then He goes silent for a few moments, his eyes distant, his expression pained. Well, something's happened, and I realized she only loved me because of my curse. She was drawn to me just as any other woman is. She seemed so genuine in comparison to the other woman, but in the end... Claude trails off and lets out an exasperated sigh. You were truly in love with her? I was. I've dated many women, but I've never fallen in love with someone who has honestly loved back. So then the last person he loved was that one woman. What the hell? We're getting cucked, guys. Claude looks at me, and for a few moments he does not speak. Karma, do you mind if I ask you a question? No, I don't mind. Have you ever loved anyone? My mother, of course. I was referring to a romantic kind of love. Romantic? Dude, her only friends are freaking dolls. What does that kind of love feel like? Allow me to enlighten you. He smiles at me and it's surprisingly genuine. It can feel simultaneously like floating and sinking. Your heart stutters and you worry about small things, about offending this other person in some way. You wonder if they'll like what you're wearing, or if they would prefer a sandwich to a casserole when you treat them for dinner. Both of those sound terrible. Do I prefer a sandwich or a casserole? I prefer a sandwich. What about you guys? Sandwich or casserole? Sandwich or casserole? I don't even know what usually is in a casserole. Do I have to search that up? You begin to feel beauty in all the things that they do. Their presence makes you feel complete in a way you've never thought of before. You try to imagine life without that person, you find you cannot. To even consider such a thing is painful, so much that it feels like it might break your heart. Claude continues talking, but my mind's already whirling. Though he phrases things in a way that feels unnecessarily dramatic, I feel a tinge of familiarity. The things he's describing, those are the things I feel when I'm with him. Oh my god, she just figured out that she's in love with him. Oh my god, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Before I can say anything, we hear the sound of hooves and the both of us turn. I can see a procession of knights along with the king on his horse. He normally rides into town like this, but today he's not smiling and there's way too many knights riding with him. And is that Sir Alcaster? Let's go find a place to stand and watch. As you wish. Claude walks with me into the crowd, gathering around the king, and we find a spot to spectate at the very edge, closer to the alleyways. My beloved citizens of LOLLLL, I have come before you today to make an important announcement. Ever since I was given this crown, I have sworn to live my life for the people and to rule in all fairness so that our kingdom could enjoy great peace. The crowd breaks into applause. Sorry. I stare at the king, an uneasy feeling in my stomach when I notice that there's a sadness in his eyes, though he's smiling. Then I notice Sir Alcaster seems to be hiding a smile. I don't like where this is going. The king's speech goes on for long minutes after that, with him detailing the commitments he's made, the goals he set, and finally his love for the people. The audience around us claps and cheers, but Claude and I are silent. Something's not right. Yeah, what the F? Okay, what the F? What? If you want a surprise, why not Swedish hot dogs? You put 2 cooked dogs and tortillas of flatbread, along with mashed potatoes, gravy, and whatever toppings you want. I love it. Oh. I've never tried that before. I've never even heard of that before. Is that like a Swedish thing? The only Swedish food I've had is like from IKEA. But the only thing I eat from IKEA is the mac and cheese. Is it good? It sounds... 2 cooked dogs into tortilla or flatbread. Mashed potatoes. Huh. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. I like all those things in theory. I wonder if it would be good together. Okay. I nod in response. To this day, I keep this promise. I would never break this oath. What is the foundation on which I rule? Audience claps again, but I'm silent, watching the king intently. Unfortunately, the unwelcome news that I bring you today gives me a reason to hand this foundation over to someone else. I have fallen terminally ill. What? What? The king's proclamation is met with shocked and angry chattering from the audience. I cannot hear anything that's being said over the cacophony of voices, but I hear that this audience is dissenting. I stiffen as I stare into the king. He's lying. I can tell by the firm set of his jaw and the way his eyes flicker across the crowd faster than they ought to. The king has lied to me so many times before that I can recognize when he does it. I know that this is unfortunate news, must come as a shock, but this is an illness for which there is no current cure. As for the question of my successor, he trails off for a few moments, and I think I see something in his eyes that hints at urgency, but I'm not sure why. Crown Princess Evelyn is unmarried and still too young to rule on her own. I feel a pang of irritation and confusion. Another lie. Emily could have ruled just fine with the help of Sir Mithros and the others. After much thought, I have come to the conclusion that our kingdom, which still continues to face danger from the witches, is best put in the capable hands of the commander of the Order of Caldera, Sir Alcaster. What? I cannot hide my shock. The rest of the audience reacts similarly. Their sudden outburst. While I will be providing support and assistance from the sidelines, I cannot in all good grace continue to wear this crown when I know I cannot serve my people as they deserve. What's going on? Alcaster's like the evil one, bro. He's being manipulated or blackmailed, I don't know. Simply put, I believe that the witches have gained more power in these recent months, and that Sir Alcaster is best suited to deal with these conflicts. The fairy tale curse runs more rampant these days, and there have been more reports of incidents involving magic. The murmuring continues, except now the townsfolk sound panicked. This cannot be true. I do not miss the reluctance in the king's next words. Sir Alcaster has also suggested a number of remedies to our laws, especially concerning our security and work hours. I believe that Sir Alcaster can better rule this country in these turbulent times. Please show him all the love and loyalty you've shown me. That mother freaker. Claude has a foul expression on his face, and his words feel heavy, even in a low whisper. I know the king. He takes every duty upon himself. He would never hand his crown to someone else. Once Sir Alcaster comes to stand on the podium, he silences them with a glare. Citizens of Angiel, I swear to you that I will serve you as well as Gennaro has. That being said, I also believe some changes will need to be made. Sir Alcaster continues to speak. He mentions things like curfews for safety, extended work hours, and additional taxes to go towards the knights, but I'm slowly beginning to block out the drone of his voice. Oh my god! What's going on? Sir, no, Alcaster must have done something to force the king into the charade. The king stands behind Alcaster with his hands clasped, his eyes alert. There's a helplessness to them that I've never seen before. It isn't long before the crowd's unsettled murmuring becomes agitated whispering. I'm stunned when Claude cups his hand to his mouth and starts shouting. There's only one king! King Gennaro! Claude grips my hand and starts leading me around the outskirts so that people cannot spot him as he continues to shout. The crowd begins to chant along with Claude, and then they draw nearer to the stage where my father and Alcaster are standing. There's only one king! King Gennaro! There's only one king! King Gennaro! Oh my god. Tunbrojul. It's like a Swedish street food. I add chamoy for a Mexican kick. Chamoy, you mean? Chamoy? Or is it Timoy or Chamoy? Yeah, I have to add a little bit of spice to it. Oops, I didn't mean to click before. What the F? My nose is like so congested. Excuse me while I like put a spray really quick. ASMR. Tastes disgusting. Let's go, Karma. Crowd is right next to the platform now, and the chant carries on. Claude pulls me behind him, but my mind is on my father and on his desperate eyes. I gotta save my dad. He may be, like, terrible to me, but apparently I was getting, like, brainwashed by my mom, so maybe he wasn't that terrible. I don't know. Maybe they're both terrible. But I gotta save the country. Yeah, chamoy. Yeah, chamoy, chamoy. Have you ever tried a chamoy pickle before? I heard those were like really popular before. Like a while ago. But I don't like pickles, so I never tried it. Hours later, the Markins Tavern is chaotic. People are talking over each other, trying to relay the scene that they saw in town today. Every visitor here is talking about what they witnessed. I've been in a corner of the room this entire time, trying to understand everyone but failing. Delore and Parfait are not here to calm all this chaos. Hey, princess. How are you feeling? I almost jump when I hear Rumple's voice. I forgot what voice I gave him. Surprised? I can feel when a damsel's in distress, my lady. I'm really not in the mood for your flirting, Rumple. Oh, my apologies. I thought you might have wanted some cheering up. Where's your partner? He went out to town to survey the situation. Karma doesn't do anything around the tavern, but he does quite a lot for you, doesn't he? I suppose that's the least a man in love can do. Whoa! I feel myself blush. What's Rumple going on about? Princess, you're peak! I am not. My mind feels all scrambled now. This is all Rumple's fault. Thankfully, before Rumple could continue talking, the door opens and Delora walks inside to call all the market boarders in to the reception room. Oh, it's not. I do love me pickles, but a hot pickle has never fancied me. Yeah, I don't like pickles, but I like spicy things. I'm not great with spicy things, but I like them. When I step into the reception room, I'm surprised to see two familiar figures standing beside Parfait. Emlyn and Rod. Whoa! Both of them look downtrodden and discouraged. Everyone is noticeably shocked as they step inside. The prince and princess? Where did they come from? What's happening at the palace? What of Queen Ophelia? We need silence in the room, everyone. Delora raises her voice, effectively causing everyone to pause. Oh, my nose is so congested. I can't breathe when I speak. Hold on, let me get a tissue and like try to blow my nose. Really quick, hold on. Okay, sorry. I don't usually quiet as Emlyn begins her story. She starts with the events of 1 week ago. In the middle of a family dinner, Alcaster burst in with soldiers and seized her, Rod, and Ophelia in front of the king. Sir Alcaster said that if the king didn't hand over his crown, he would kill us. We had no idea a coup would be staged. The three of them were taken down to the prison cells, with Ophelia taken to a separate cell. Sir Fitzgerald helps us escape, but only just barely. Fritz, are you openly disobeying your father? I hope he's safe. Alcaster wanted to kill the king. I'm sure he still will. He has no reason to. The king has already handed over his crown. I speak before even realizing. Everyone stares at me, including Rod and Emlyn. Alcaster's a foul man. I only think he usurped the throne now without violence because he wants less resistance from the people. He never spoke up to my father before. Did you just say father? It's a long story, Em. Emlyn looks between Rod and I, her expression confused. You know each other? We do. Emlyn looks like she wants to say something, but she remains silent. Our mother is still inside the palace. We need to save her somehow, and Sir Fitzgerald. What happened to Fritz? We don't know. He helped us escape, but we were spotted at the last minute. He told us to run ahead and leave him behind. Oh, he's dead. We didn't see him again after that, and we couldn't just wait, so Rod brought me here. Right now, we need to piece together the situation as quickly as we can, and then we need to figure out a way to save the king. I knew Alcaster was up to something, but I never thought it would escalate to this. Jurian, what do you know about this? Well, isn't it because she disobeyed him and then they, like, kicked her out? Because, like, they found out they were doing bad things. Evelyn is definitely a name from bad, pretentious hipster parents. I said that! I said that the first time we played it too in part 1. I said that! I was like, what the F? This is the same kind of parents who name their kids Tragedy with a D-E-I-G-H. Oh my god, that's funny as freak. Why did the, like, hello? Is the game still here? Why is it so, like, pixelated all of a sudden? Hello, God? Am I being punished? Okay, whatever. Hopefully it'll get better soon. Garland and I weren't stripped of our titles because we disobeyed Alcaster's orders. It was because we heard Alcaster plotting something and tried to tell all the king his plot. We gave him a warning, but the king did not believe us, not with Alcaster and Mithros whispering in his ears. The king didn't think Alcaster was possible of such betrayal. He didn't think we were trying to turn him... He thought we were trying to turn him against Alcaster for our own gain. And so Alcaster stripped of us our... Hello? Can I not read? Is not enough oxygen getting to my brain right now? And so Alcaster stripped us of our titles and banished us from the palace. Lady Parfait found us, and while we were happy to help out at the tavern, we also intended to eventually do something about the mess in the palace. So Alcaster has been planning to do this all this time. Well. When we part for the night, Parfait and Delora take Rod and Emmeline to a room where they can share. It's been decided that they'll be harbored here at the Marken, a place where Emmeline apparently knew about but never came to because she wasn't cursed. Well, Rod did say that his family knew he was cursed. I noticed Emmeline look at me many times throughout the night, but she never asked me anything. She probably thinks I'm like the king's like illegitimate daughter or something. The next few days are a muddled mess. Everyone's busy trying to find out what happened and what can be done to help the king. I'm sleeping in the tavern half-heartedly one day when my thoughts on everything but my chores. God was like, Emmeline is a name Jesus would have been named if he was a girl. Yeah, take it. Oh my gosh. Everyone's been trying to do something to help out the last few days. Though I've gone on quite a few trips into town with Claude to search for information, I haven't been able to find much. I feel so useless. I'm finally on my break, so I decided to go into the reception room to rest. Why don't I just go into my own room? Why would I go into the reception room? The freak? When I step inside, I notice Emmeline sitting on the couch. She waves me over as soon as she sees me. She hasn't really openly spoken to me since she's been here. Parfait and Delora have been trying to hide her so as to not cause a ruckus in the Marken. Rumors are dangerous now. You're Karma, right? Yeah. Hello? Okay, what the freak? It didn't click for some reason. Rod told me about your curse. He said that you're the king's blood daughter. I'm really sorry. I'm shocked by Emmeline's sudden outburst. What? I didn't mean to, but I took your place. How could I forget my own sister? We're not blood related. You're not my sister, bro. That doesn't matter. I would love you regardless. Emma was always trying to take me out to do things with me back when I was still in the palace. I distanced myself from her because I thought the king loved me more than he loved me. I still think that maybe he does. We weren't close. I barely spoke to you or Rod. Did he tell you that? He did. But perhaps now we can turn over a new leaf? Oh my god. The congestion in my nose has gone to my ears, bro. I can't hear. What the F? Sorry. Is that disgusting? Give me a second. It's like, I have like this pressure in my ear. What the F is going on? I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I feel like I've got like water in my ears. And my voice sounds weird in here. Okay. Okay. God, please take all of my suffering and give it to an evil person instead. Okay. Okay. Evelyn is as stubborn as always. I have more things to worry about than being her friend. I've gotta go. I walk off before the conversation can continue. If I hadn't been cursed and remained in the palace, would Sir Alcaster have taken me hostage too? Well, maybe it's good that I got cursed, because now I can do another good deed and save the kingdom and be like, I will be the righteous ruler. Wahahaha. And I'll kick Alcaster out of the kingdom and execute him. No. No. The hours tick by, and as the tavern is emptied for the day, Delora calls everyone together to explain what she and Parfait have pieced together about the situation. Alright, everyone. We've come upon some new information. The first is that Alcaster has cracked down on the riots in town. Anyone seen protesting his rule is thrown in prison. What the F? The king always valued the people's opinions. Alcaster does not want opinions. He only wants to rule with an iron fist. Well, why does he want to be the ruler anyways? Hello? Are we gonna talk about that? The kiwopods should become the kiwo knights. Yes! I'll be the rightful king of this land. And I'll be even worse. Our patrols have shown that there's an overall more security in the palace and around the town. They have been charged with keeping people quiet in whatever ways they possibly can. As we heard from the prince and the princess, things are most turbulent in the palace. The king is still alive, but it's unlikely he will stay that way for very long. One thing is clear. Given Alcaster's motives to take over the kingdom, I doubt he will rest until the king is dead. The king's men have turned against him, and even if there are loyal soldiers still left in the palace, we cannot contact them right now. Rescuing the queen and king will be on us then. We just so happen to have people in this tavern that have a shot at rescuing them. Prince Harad has this key to a secret passage we can use to break into the palace. What? Secret passageway? But only the king and the commander of the knights have a key to that passage. How did they get that copy? Who's gonna join us in this mission? Jurian and Garland both volunteer immediately, followed shortly by Claude and Waltz. I'll go too. The room goes quiet as I step forward and volunteer. Princess, we can't allow you to put yourself in danger. I look at Claude, who's staring at me shocked. I took up the sword so I could protect those I cared about. Princess, you don't nearly have enough practice. But I can help. I still have time to learn. I agree with Parfait, Princess. The palace isn't the place for you to try out your newfound sword skills. Then you might as well chain me up, because I refuse to stay here while y'all go save the king. Princess. Well, she has been practicing with the rest of us. Don't encourage her, Jurian. But it's not like any of us can stop her anyways. You're right, the princess is quite stubborn. Claude agrees with Jurian, but I can tell he does not like the idea of me going along with them. If only we had the time to get reinforcements from Karma's country. Karma's country? Brigantia. Bra Nation. How is it possible that a Brigantian citizen can simply ask for reinforcements? Karma's the crown prince of Brigantia. There's some shuffling in the room as everyone turns to gawk at Claude. Rumpel, Anise, and Rod and Evelyn all look shocked by this revelation. You're the lost prince? Lost prince? Sounds like such a tragedy, doesn't it? Anise suddenly looks distressed as she fiddles her thumbs. All this time and I never knew. I'm sorry, Your Highness. There's no need for formalities in these. But I am the lost prince after all. I keep my lineage a secret because right now I'm just a normal commoner. Well, you're the prince! Couldn't you still ask for reinforcements? Even if I did ask for reinforcements, I'm pretty sure they would never come in time. Besides, I can't go back to my kingdom yet. He can't go back while he's still cursed. Conversation continues in a more solemn tone. Eventually, we start speaking of our plans to enter the palace. When the details are all finalized, I repeat everything to myself to make certain that I know what's meant to happen. Waltz will lead us into the palace. Then... What the F? Waltz will lead us to the palace. Then, Jurian and Garland will follow right behind him, watching for the most immediate enemies. Leave it to us. We'll deal with any resistance before it touches you, princess. And Karma will be watching from the back, along with Delora. A witch and a prince for backup. Delora smiles wryly. Claude rolls her shoulders. I like to think of us more as the closing act. Though, if all goes according to plan, we will have no need for either the opening or the closing act. It's a small task force, which is better. The smaller the better. The last thing we want to do is be noticed. We decide to meet again over the course of the next week to finalize our plan and carefully survey the situation in town before parting. Claude has taken a training me, Jurian, and Garland at the same time. Just the other day, he had all of us attack him together. Even though I am nowhere near as good as a trained knight, I still managed to hit him once. I feel like things are coming to some sort of conclusion, and yet I still haven't done 3 good deeds. That's true. Way to break the 4th wall. She's like, wow, I'm kind of getting close to the end of the game, but I haven't finished the main point yet. I brought the soundtrack from Thief to help out. Oh, you're helping break in too? And I'm the like ghost that lives on fake Karma's shoulder as she goes throughout her story. And I influence her to make bad decisions, apparently. Today, we finalize our plans for getting into the palace. We have mapped out where the king and Ophelia must be in the prisons, where the guards might be positioned, and how we plan on sneaking in. I sit down on my bed and about to lay down when I hear something. Hello, love. What the F? Get out of my room! Ah, you're red. Were you thinking about me? I noticed he has one hand in his chest tonight, but then he's been doing that more often lately. I notice it during practices and sometimes when I catch his eyes. Is he sick? Is he about to get a heart attack and die? Darling? I shake myself at the sound of Claude's voice. What if I was changing? You could have knocked. Well, you didn't seem to have a problem when you walked in on me changing without announcing yourself. That's different. He strolls inside and steps closer to me. He smiles at me mischievously. Oh, how so? Cat got your tongue? 'Cause you're a boy! This karma... Oh my gosh. Don't embarrass her. Claude shakes his head, his smile softening. I really didn't mean to come in to disturb you. I just have something important I really need to say to you. Claude kneels in front of me and furrows his eyebrows. Hello? I want to insist you reconsider going to the palace with us. As Parfait and Delora have said many times, it will be dangerous. Nothing you say is going to change my mind. I want to do what I can to help everyone. Yes, and that terrifies me. Terrifies you? If your stubbornness leads to you putting your neck out there for someone, I will never forgive myself for your injuries. If you want to help me, stay here where you'll be safe. I'm not some damsel that needs to be protected. Karma, all I want for you to stay safe, so that when we save your father, you can face him with a smile. I won't be able to face my father unless I'm one of the people to save him. Stubborn as always. I sigh, irritation welling up in my stomach at the look in Claude's face. He's calling me stubborn, but he's being stubborn about this. You said I improved with my sword fighting. You have. You've improved so much because of your resilience and drive, and because you're genuinely interested. It's because I have a good teacher. Oh, your compliment is gentle music to my ears. Your compliments mean a lot to me, Karma. My eyes fixate on his soft smile and the gentle crinkles in his eyes. Our eyes lock, and for a few minutes I'm aware of a slight energy between us. I glance away hurriedly, not entirely sure of what would happen if I kept staring at him. My heart beats unsteadily in my chest. Earlier today, I comforted your sister when she started crying about things that had happened in the palace. She's not my sister, motherfreaker! Emmeline, why would he comfort her? I saw her crying downstairs in the reception room earlier today, without anyone there. She's a rather sweet girl. I keep thinking that the two of you are completely different. You're both strong-willed and stubborn, but she wears her emotions on her sleeve, while you keep it all inside of you. I'm not hiding anything, if that's what you're implying. Mother always told me crying was weak. Claude stands up and leans forward. Before I know it, I'm in his arms. Whoa! Karma, I'm always here for you. I feel flustered again and my mind feels foggy. I can barely comprehend what's in my mind or in my heart. Oh my god. I'm always here for you. Thank you? I'm sorry. It sounds like he just confessed to me and I'm rejecting him. Thank you? Thank you? You never need to thank me, Karma. But you've done so much for me. It's not just the sword fighting, it's your patience, your company, you're saving me when I need help. That's not true. I'm pretty sure I'm the most selfish person in this tavern. All I ever want is things for myself. I never thought you were selfish, Claude. He puts a hand to my cheek and looks at me solemnly. You don't think about me wanting you is... Whoa! It's happening again. What is it? Is it that he's not allowed to be in love with someone? Or like what? Like, hello? They're sword training? Suddenly he steps back, his hand on his chest again, his breathing heavy. I stare at Claude with wide eyes. Claude, are you okay? I'm fine. He sighs out slowly, but he obviously sounds pained. I'll go get Anise. No! I'm fine. I swear it's just a spell of dizziness. But you... He manages a small, tight-lipped smile before he straightens and shakes his hand. His head. His hands are visibly shaking. I must be tired. But Claude... Don't tell anyone about this, okay? I don't want them to worry. Why is he always so stubborn? He's always in pain. I clench my hands into fists as I frown at him. Why must you always be so secretive? You're keeping something from me, Claude. I'm sorry, Karma. Claude abruptly leaves the room, leaving me with my fragmented thoughts. The Rescue! Chapter 9. I feel like we're getting in the home stretch now. Today I will land another hit on you, Karma. If you can, darling, I welcome the challenge. Princess, your side is open. Ah, wow, I suck. I bring my sword up closer to my side as Garland strikes me. Tonight is the first night I get to use a real sword as opposed to a practice sword. The sounds of metal clashing echoes into the night. Is this what a real battle feels like? We've been practicing under skirmish conditions for the last few days. Since tomorrow is the day we enact our plan, we're doing some last-minute practice. Remember, fighting back-to-back is better than doing it alone. Claude dodges Jurian's sword as he speaks, but I notice that he seems to be taking special care to not look in my direction. He's been fine for the last few days, but I'm not sure when his pain will return. If only he would tell me what was wrong with him. When Claude finally calls the end of practice, we're all exhausted. Good job, everyone. You'll all be fine tomorrow. Garland turns to face me, a soft expression on his face. And if it comes down to it, Jurian and I will protect you. Garland looks over his shoulder at Claude. Both of you. That's our job as knights. I'm quite capable of protecting myself, but I do appreciate the offer. It's late. We should all get some rest. The two knights excused themselves, leaving me with Claude. Karma, you should go to bed. Princess? I have a feeling I won't sleep much tonight anyways. Be that as it may, we should still try. I'm about to retire for the night as well. Keep practicing or talk to you. How about we chat? There's nothing to practice. Well, I guess we can practice. Let's chat. Let's slack off on our duties. Who cares about practicing? I don't want to practice. Just like how I don't want to do homework or work or do anything. I want to slack off forever. Maybe he won't like me for that, but I gotta live my truth. About what? Claude takes a step back as I stare as his hand absolutely moves to his chest. Uh-oh. Are you really okay, Claude? I've been perfectly fine this past week. He's lying. He's obviously in pain. Why do you have to keep your pain a secret? Why won't you talk to me? I've told you before that some things are better kept as a secret, Princess. Claude sighs out, then leans forward to set a hand on my head. Karma, promise you'll stay behind me if we're attacked. And if at any point it looks like we might not make it, you're to run as fast as you can back to the Marken. That's cowardly! Karma, don't you remember what I said before? Sometimes running is the right thing to do. Never run into an impossible situation. Instead, live to fight another day. Promise me you'll stay behind me. Please, Karma. Give me the peace of mind. Freak you. Freak your peace of mind. I'm not promising ish. Princess. This is my castle, bro. If I run away, then I'll never get to be king. I'll be fighting right beside you if it comes down to it. I'm gonna protect him. Sam will only have him suffering because of me. Stubborn until the very end. I only want to be on equal footing with you. Claude sighs but doesn't say anything. Let's attempt sleep in preparation for tomorrow. When this is all over, I'll pry Claude's secrets out of him. Woohoo! I don't know. I can't tell if I'm gonna be on the good end or bad end. I think we might be screwed. We might be screwed. Tonight is the night, and everyone is just about ready to go. I can't get this feeling of foreboding off my chest. Everyone is gathered close to the door, ready to see us off. Everyone except Princess! Rumple suddenly appears, and is coming up to the stand right next to him. Well, what are you two doing here? Well, of course we came to wish you good luck, just like how everyone else here. We'll be waiting for you tonight so we can celebrate everyone's return. Be careful. Evelyn, who's been everywhere with her brother since they came here, is standing right beside him now with a smile. I will pray for your safe return. Her smile wavers and I can tell she's uncertain. She has the great knights of Caldera, 2 witches and a prince. She'll be fine. 2 witches? Great knights of Caldera, that's Garland and Jurian. A prince, which is Karma. A witch, which is Delora. Oh, Walt is a witch. I forgot about that. Oops. Rod's responses are curt as usual, but I cannot help but notice the hesitance in his voice. Even though he stares at me without expression, I think I can see a tinge of worry in his eyes. I don't care about if he worries about me. He always hated me. He said that to me. I always hated him too. Freak both of you guys. You ugly freaking siblings. You'll never be my siblings. That's for sure. Rest assured, we will keep this princess safe. We're not gonna let Alcaster get away with what he did to NGL and its royal family. Parfait steps forward last. She and Delora glance at each other, and I feel as if some secret message bounces between the two of them. It's secret Yuri telepathy. Delora nods ever so slightly before Parfait turns to the rest of us. Her eyes eventually fall on me. You've changed since you came here, Princess. Your dedication and resolve never wavers. It's always been there, just beneath the surface. Stubbornness or resolve? It's as if Parfait is able to read my thoughts. She smiles as she sets a hand on my shoulder. Your dedication is very much like King Gennaro's. You are proud and honorable, and always take steps in the right direction. That's why I know you'll be back tonight. Just as Rempel said, we'll be waiting for you. All of you. Stay safe tonight. I nod my head as everyone gathered around begins to repeat their hearty goodbyes. It's Delora who walks away first. We all follow behind. The night has just begun. Our way to the palace gates is uneventful, but we pause some distance away from them to take shelter in a nearby alley. There are knights everywhere. Waltz points to what looks like a regular section of the wall. There's the hidden door to the tunnels. If we time it right between the knights' patrols, we should be able to make it. On my signal. Claude put a hand on my shoulder and squeezes. It's an abrupt gesture and doesn't last long, but the motion calms my nerves somewhat. We'll be fine. Ooh, deep breaths. Ooh. Whoa, holy dungeon. What the F is this? A new background. Our footsteps echo in the tunnel. Standing in front of me are Jurian and Garland, who are flanking Waltz. Delora stands beside me and Claude's at my back. Small tunnels makes it seem like we brought a lot of people. This way. We silently follow Waltz's instructions. How is it that Waltz knows about these tunnels? I've already taken into account where the guards and where they might be positioned based on Prince Rod's information. We should be alright. Garland and I will act as distractions if needed. Princess, leave most of the fighting to us if there's anything to be done. I know. I'll only fight if I need to. I'm the weakest link on this freaking team, bro. And I'm still the one who's like, I've got to come. If only I wasn't cursed, I'll be able to fight to my full extent. I think you're still quite capable without all your magic, puppeteer. Oh, a compliment? It's an honor, Miss Karma. I'm only in this dress because of Jurian, you know? Jurian crosses her arms and cocks an eyebrow at Claude. I wouldn't fall in love with you no matter what you say. That's what they all say. We're here. Suddenly, everyone goes quiet. I feel a lot heavier as I stare at the suitcase in front of me. This should lead to the throne room. I didn't know we had a secret passage to the throne room. How much does Waltz know about the palace? Immediately after we step into the throne room, we split apart to avoid the guards' gazes. I stick close to Claude and Waltz as Delora conjures a blanket of shimmering fog that envelops the guards. Whoa, yeah! Get into it! I watch as the guards' eyes close before they slump to the ground. Delora drops her hands once all the guards are truly asleep. Amazing how intolerant humans are to magic. Let's keep going. Getting through the palace is no easy feat. Hallways that were easy to get through before are difficult to traverse now with all the soldiers standing around. Delora casts a spell to silence our footsteps into quiet muffles, but moving is still difficult, especially with such a group. Eventually, we arrive just outside the tunnels that should lead to the castle's prison. I'll stand watch. Be careful, Waltz. I will. We enter another network of tunnels. Jurian, Garland, after you. Jurian glances at me briefly, and then at Claude, who nods a little stiffly. We'll be right back. Oh my god, this is so exciting. This is like, we're getting action and stuff right now. Is my stream okay? On my side, it looks like kind of weird. Am I frozen? Hello? It shouldn't be. Is it because I was like slouching in my chair? In accordance with the plan, Claude and I are left at the halfway point of the tunnels to ensure a clean escape as Delora, Jurian, and Garland continue on to the prison. They should be fine, but I'm still worried. My eyes wandered to Claude, and I bit down on my lower lip when I noticed that his hand is once again raised to his chest. I find myself reaching out to grab Claude's hand, but he swiftly pulls it away. The glare on his face takes me by surprise. Dang, what'd I do? Why is he so angry? Claude puts a hand to his chest and flinches as he leans on the wall. Not now. His voice sounds pained. What is he talking about? Claude? I just need some space, princess. But I'm fine. I can't help but feel irritated the way Claude has snapped at me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way, He trails off, his eyes distant. Because of your curse, right, whatever. Most of the time he's a sociable and pleasant to talk to, but then he reverses his state. It's like he's two different people. I can't understand why he's like this. Why do I care so much for someone who keeps secrets? Yeah, freak this guy. Karma, I wish I could explain, but if I did, you would hate me. Or more accurately, you would be afraid of you. I read that wrong. You would be afraid of me. He's fine. Oh, hello, Sloan. Thank you. Also, welcome. I could never be afraid of you. Why would I? Should I lie and say I could never be afraid? Or should I be like, why? Let's try to appease him. I won't be afraid. What is there to be afraid of? Claude wears a pained expression as he looks at me. I see him once again grabbing at the collar of his dress, looking like he's in some kind of quiet agony. That's what she said too. Mother freakers! What the freak? Is he talking about that one woman from before, the one who didn't love him? He thinks I'm the same. Stop comparing me to your freaking ex-girlfriend, you freaking jerk. I'm not like her. Karma. Claude's voice trails off with the sound of running. His hand moves quickly to the hilt of his sword just as I reach for mine. Really relax when we see it's Jurian, Garland, and Delora heading towards us. Why are they alone? Where are the king and queen? They weren't in the prison. Have no idea where else they could be. Delora steps out from between the two of them, her expression somber. This doesn't bode well for us at all. We can't keep sneaking without a direction. That's a sure way to get caught. Uh-oh. The words have just left her mouth when the alarm sounds behind us. Don't tell me. It's the alarm! Yeah, duh. Everyone draws their weapons as Waltz appears, running towards us with a hurried expression on his face. The knights are on their way! How'd they know we were here? In seconds, I hear the clanking of metal, and then there are knights upon us. We're forced to scatter to deal with different opponents. Our guard rushes at me with his sword, and I somehow manage to block his attack. I should be able to wind around him. The knight falls after I catch him from behind and give Claude an opening to attack him. Karma! Ah! A knight managed to separate Claude and I, leaving me by myself. He grabs my arm. Unhand me! I watch in shock as a shimmering fog surrounds my attacker, his eyes closing as he slumps to the ground. He's only the first to fall. Seconds later, most of the knights in my immediate vicinity have fallen to the ground. I can tell by the subtle rise and fall of their chests that they're asleep. Was that me? Was that my magic, or was that like Delora or Walt or something? Oh, sorry, I couldn't focus long enough to cast that spell earlier. Delora drops her hands and turns to address Waltz, Claude, and I. Head towards the entrance hall. The king must be in the central rooms. Jurian, Garland, and I will head to the bedchambers at the east wing to look for the queen. Splitting up is not part of the plan. We don't have much of a choice anymore if we're gonna get the king and queen out of here. We have to improvise. Now go! Claude grabs my hand and jerks his head at Waltz. Let's go. The three of us rush out and into the palace hallways. I keep my gaze forward while Waltz and Claude watch for enemies on either side of us. On our right! Jesus, what's going on? Claude grabs his sword and moves before Waltz and I can respond. He dives low towards us straight for a devastating blow. Knights begin to approach us from the left and I raise my sword, readying myself. Waltz snaps his fingers, a flash of light blinding the men in the immediate vicinity, and I use the opportunity to rush the knights in front of me. I grit my teeth as I attack. Most of my blows are lucky. There are too many knights for me to get back to be able to get the upper hand. There's so many of them. Well, well, if it isn't the most desirable princess. What? I whip around to attack the man that spoke to me, but he's nowhere to be found. Where is he? Who are you? I wonder. Karma! I turn to see Claude running towards me, a panic expression on his eyes. I took a step towards him when a masked man suddenly blocks my path. Who are you? Who the F is this guy? Is this Mythros or Mythos? Because we saw Alcaster before, but we didn't see Mythos. I raise my sword, but the masked man taps his cane on the floor before I can swing. An incredible pressure blasts out from the cane. It shoves Claude to the floor and blows me backwards. Ugh! I hit the wall hard and my vision darkens. Oh my god, don't die. Claude. Where am I? Why can't I see anything? My head hurts. Arise and shine, sleeping beauty. I jerk upright at the familiar voice. You're the man who knocked me out! The man laughs and I blink as I try to pinpoint the direction of his voice. Did he blindfold me? I command you to take off this blindfold. I don't take orders from princesses that no one remembers. Oh, it's Tuxedo Mask. But I'm a gentleman, so I suppose I have to heed a lady's request. The blindfold is abruptly pulled off and I flinch at the sudden brightness. Holy flashbang. Why, hello there, princess. You know what he looks like, low-key? He looks a little bit like Fritz. But only because of the skin and the eyes. He's supposed to have white hair. Maybe he's like Fritz's evil brother. Evil twin brother. My captor looks at me amused. He wears a crooked gin on his masked face and a cape on his shoulders. Who is he? My eyes wander to the throne and I cannot help but gasp at what I see. The king is strapped to the throne, hands bound, mouth covered. Your Majesty! The king pauses to look at me, his eyes containing a mixture of alarm and confusion. I turn to glare at the masked man. Let him go! No can do, princess. No. Don't you think he still looks regal sitting on his throne like that? I grit my teeth as I begin to struggle against my bonds. Struggle all you like. You won't be getting out of those knots anytime soon. Who are you? The masked man drops into an elegant bow. I'm called Varg. Varg? Ah, flashbang. Varg? What have you done to my father? Me? Nothing. Well, nothing much. I guess gagging a person and tying their hands behind their back counts as something. Are you working for Sir Alcaster? I don't work for anyone. So he's a mercenary? The door flies open and Alcaster steps in, his face full of anger. Mythros the fool! How absolutely useless he was. Varg gives a dismissive shrug. He regards me again with a mischievous smile. Mischievous. Well, I do agree with that wholeheartedly. The man is in the past. Here in the present, we have someone far more interesting to deal with. Varg gestures at me. I glare at Varg before turning my gaze to Alcaster. I used to think Alcaster was someone to be respected. Not anymore. If it isn't the prince... Oh, what voice did I give him? What's... If it isn't the princess herself. You remember who I am? Once Mythros made a connection, it was just too obvious to be false. Could Sir Mythros remember me? Alcaster shifts his attention to the king. Gennaro, do you not remember this girl as your own blood daughter? My eyes meets the king's, but I see no recognition in his gaze. He cannot remember me. I haven't managed to break my curse yet. Why are you doing this to my father? It's the kingdom. Everything I do for the kingdom. All successful rulers have run with an iron fist. Fear is the best motivation. A king that is too lenient and does not inspire fear has no business being on the throne. But the people of NGL love their king. Before I thought the town people were despicable because they hated me. I understand these reasons. They may have judged me as my mother's daughter, which is wrong, but that doesn't mean they should be subjected to a regime of fear. Your obligation as a ruler is to rule for the country, not the people. What do you think a country is made up of? Idiot.
Back when the queen was still alive and the place knew the fear of the witches, they were far more productive. Fear motivates. Fear makes a man.
King Elcaster.
You better have a good excuse for interrupting.
Your Highness, there's a beast.
What are you blathering about, you fool?
A beast, a magical beast is rampaging around the palace. I knew it was freaking... It's Beauty and the Beast. He turns into a freaking animal, bro. He turns into a freaking evil little beast creature. Remember when I joked about the werewolf is turning? It's real. You can't be Beauty and the Beast without a beast, bro. But if the evil twin brother was the evil mustache, I don't know. He ate it, bro. Fuck, that's a terrible name, ass dude. Go back to the drawing board. You're obviously ruling the dirt and rubble. Yeah, you're ruling the imaginary country borders, and that's it. The people inside, who cares about the people? I want a country with no one in it. Like, hello?
Is this the dead witch's doing?
Dead witch? No, Dolores fine. She has to be.
Out with it. Did Mithros do this?
What? Mithros was a witch and he's dead? I cannot stop myself from blurting out the question. Sir Mithros is a witch?
He was a witch, but now he is dead.
He turns to his knight and demands more information. I'm too shocked to hear their words. Maybe Varg is... Varg? Varg might be Mithros, and he's just, like, disguising himself or something. Sir Mithros, a witch? Impossible.
What of the other palace intruders?
We've managed to apprehend some of them, but we can't get to everyone without that beast taking us out.
That danged Mithros. Still a pain, even after death.
What'd you do to Sir Mithros?
Did you not hear me, girl? He is dead, killed by my hand.
Oh my god, he's a murderer. But why?
He was helpful at first. We worked together to achieve our own personal goals.
He eyes me cautiously.
He wanted you, princess.
Sir Mithros was a witch. That would explain why he still remembered me. Why did he want me? What did I do?
Who knows? It doesn't matter anymore. I gave him my knights to assist him in his search while the witches could not. But in the end, that fool was too power-hungry. You never entered into my plans. You would have been safe, princess. But had you just stayed put. But now that you're here, you'll come in handy.
Alcaster turns back to the knight, who immediately bursts into explanation once more. The beast is moving too quickly. We don't know how much longer we can keep it from this room. There's a beast in the palace and it's Sir Mithros is doing. I'm so confused. And what about the others? Are they okay? Let me go, Alcaster.
You are not going anywhere. It sounds like some of your friends are very persistent. They'll be coming for you, and when they get here, I will kill them.
Oh.
You, princess, are going to make excellent bait.
Oh. What's the point of coming here with my, like, shoddy freaking sword skills, getting kidnapped, and becoming bait for, like, the 50th time? I'm a joke. I'm a stereotype. I'm a princess stereotype. You know, I like this turn of events. Kind of amusing.
You, tell me what all this is.
Varg looks unmoved by Alcaster's anger.
It is Mithros that summoned this beast, is it not? Then you must know what is happening.
You're asking me? Of all people? As if I would be able to answer any of your questions.
You.
Jesus, Karma, chill out.
Varg!
It doesn't matter how many times you say my name, Alcaster. I won't have any answers for you. Jesus, it's scary. Sir Alcaster turns to me, his eyes manic.
Whether this is Mithra's magic or magic belonging to one of your friends, I'm not going to let it live.
Could Delora create a beast out of thin air? I don't think so. I don't think Delora is, like, that strong, low-key. I mean, if you didn't want to be kidnapped, then don't be a princess, SMH. It's right there in the job description. I know, I should have known. Sir Alcaster draws his sword from his sheath and curses under his breath. I squirm, desperate to find some kind of break in my restraints. Varg surprises me, however, by reaching down and cutting the ropes binding my arms with a sword I recognized. You have my sword! I stand up as quickly as I can and grab my sword from him. That was too easy. It's totally Fritz or something. I eye Varg warily as his mouth twists into a smirk. What are you doing? Why are you helping me? Help? All I did was cut some ropes. Besides, I'm curious to see what he'll do with a toothpick of a sword. He talks like he doesn't care at all what happens. Don't think about it too much, princess. It's probably a little too much for your small head. What? Small head? I swing my sword towards him and Varg catches it with ease, with his crane. You really think I'm the one you should be fighting? Oh! The door creaks and falls off its hinges. The knights stumble back and I hear screaming as loud footsteps sound against the hall's tiles. So what will we do? Run, hide, or will the beast kill you too? Oh, wrong voice. Hello? Hello? What am I looking at right now? Ooh, ah, baby, I'm praying on you tonight. Hello, Karma. I knew it. I freaking knew it, bro. Ugh. Oh my god. My eyes focus on the large figure entering the room, but I cannot make out specifics at first. The form grows more distinct the further it moves into the room. Whatever this is, I cannot fight it. There's a moment of eerie silence, and then Alcaster yells and the knights rush forward, attacking the beast as a collective. The beast throws them off with surprising nimbleness, his rage in every swipe. I dodge away just before a man's body falls on top of me.
Over here, beast!
Sir Alcaster rushes towards the beast. I finally manage to get a clear line of sight to the king, who's still bound and helpless to the throne. The king! I have to get him out of here. I run towards the throne, but someone stops me dead in my tracks. Saving the king really shouldn't be your priority right now. I grit my teeth and swing my sword at Varg, but he easily darts away from me. I would be watching my back. Bruh. It is then that I notice the beast slowly making its way towards me. Why would it be after me? Either I stay here and fend it off, or... Alcaster each beast with a broad swipe of his sword, and the two are focused once more on each other. I glance urgently at the king and then at the doors. The beast moves again, and I realize that it's once more heading towards me. There's no way I can help the king in all this mess. I need help. I need to find the others. Hopefully Alcaster will keep this beast busy long enough for me to get them. Oh. Hey, yo. Ooh, I totally tripped. Oh my god, you like that? You're a monster freak? Ran, is this what you're into? I turn and bolt through the room, weaving my way through the chaos of knights as I head towards the door. I glance over last time the king. His eyes are trained on the battle before him. His hands grip the arms of the throne, but there's nothing he can do. I'm so sorry, I'll be back. But for now, I have to find the others. I dart past the carnage of the room, stepping over and around bodies as they appear. Halfway to the door, the beast lunges past Sir Alcaster, and for a few moments, I think he might be attacking me. Stay back! I hold my sword out in front of me and stand in a defensive position like Claude taught me, but the beast never reaches me.
You've ruined everything, beast.
Outcaster's suddenly in front of me, waving his sword at the beast. I stumble back towards the doors, my heart beating loudly in my chest. I have to get out of here. 10, the beauty of the beast. What did I say? I clocked it from the very beginning. From the very, very, very beginning, bro. Where did the beast come from? Knights immediately rush towards me. I back away as far as I can without re-entering the throne room. Princess, come quietly and we'll keep you safe until this all dies down. I cannot take them all on at once. Even knowing that, I still pull out my sword. I take a few steps back and then suddenly feel my back pressed up against something. Oh my god. The beast stands behind me, its back to me. I stand in its shadow and realize that if I turned around, it would swat me to the walls just like the rest of its victims. But it's just standing there. Together. Together? The beast says nothing more, though I still feel on edge. There's something oddly familiar about this. Claude told me once it was better to fight back to back. I'll trust you for now, whatever you are. I don't know if it understands me, but I can hope. It seems more like a human than any kind of animal. Princess, get away from the beast! It will... The knight never finishes his sentence as the beast sends him flying through the air. Why is it helping me? The knights fall like dominoes to the beast, but manage to remain standing when I strike them with my sword. Even just taking one down is so hard. These men have been training for years, while I haven't even had the luxury of a year. Out of the corner of my eye, I sense movement. I see a gleam of silver, and I hear a grunt as the sword is raised in the air. The sword is nowhere near reaching me, but... The beast! I am a kick at an approaching knight before whirling around to look at the beast. The oncoming sword comes closer to the beast's exposed back, and I know the beast will not be able to dodge in time. Move! I shove past the creature and catch the knight's sword with my own before it can harm the beast. My arms are shaking underneath the strength of the impact between our swords. I feel like my arms are gonna give out. Then a flash of light appears, so bright that everyone's temporarily blinded. I stumble back, rubbing at my eyes. From the sounds of it, the beast is continuing to drive back the knights, most of them shouting to each other to retreat. What was that? Oh my god, my pendant. I just did a good deed. I helped the beast. No? When I'm finally able to see again, my eyes automatically land on my feet. I stare in shock. Glass slippers? I quickly reach up to my pendant and realize it's no longer there. I completed my 3 good deeds? Corbel. It knows my name! I look around and realize that the beast and I are alone, the knights having fled. Did the beast drive off the rest of them? I feel a pressure at my back and realize that the beast is touching me. Okay. My first instinct is to run, but the words it utters next paralyze me. You okay? Every word sounds breathless and pained, like it takes too much to speak. Is it worried about me? I watch in shock because the beast appears to gesture towards my shoes. You did it. I step back warily. What are you? The beast reaches out and I see something glimmering in the palm of its hand. Oh my god. Yeah, we knew. The rose locket! For a few moments, my heart plummets into my stomach and my hands begin to quiver. What did you do to Claude? The beast's shadowed fingers curl over the locket even if he stares at me. Like, he's like, bruh, are you for real? What did you do to Claude? Look in front of you, idiot. Hey, I started my internet life as a furry, so this is nothing. I don't know if that's a flex or not. It's okay, I'm a furry too. It's okay, it's okay. Karma Snipe trademark. Exactly, I wrote the plot. Hey, oh, beast romance route? This is the game meme of car driving. Oh my god. Of course I get the accidental freaking... the werewolf freaking route or something. Like, I don't even know. Route, same thing. I gave that locket to Claude. The beast only stares at me for a few moments longer, and then suddenly I realize that his words, nothing more than a pained growl, did not hold any malice. I gave that locket to you? The beast slowly nods. My grasp onto my sword loosens as I stare at him in shock, realization dawning upon me. Claude? Yes. So this is your secret? Why would you not tell me? I could have hurt you. Claude has another form, a cursed form, and he never told me. Why? Bro, what do you mean, why? Look at him. Why would he want to tell anybody that? Oh, well, like, what do you mean? Why would he not tell me that he's an evil, cursed beast that goes out of control and he's in constant pain? Like, I don't know. As my mind whirls, I feel everything coming together like the pieces of a puzzle. Secrets are secrets for a reason, princess. You should know that. If I could speak on them, I would, but I can't. Karma, I wish I could explain. You would hate me, or more accurately, you'd be afraid of me. All those times Claude was clutching at his chest. You were touching your tattoo so many times before, like you're in pain. Oh, Jesus Christ. The beast growls, and the sound is surprisingly soft, almost a sigh. No, that was not. I think you messed up your audio files. That was not a surprisingly soft growl. That was a curse. Then the tattoo was a warning. The first time I saw that tattoo, it was a beautiful rose. The second time, it had more thorns. When the rose became ensnared in thorns, did he transform? And he always touched his tattoo when he came too close to me. Oh my god, if he fell in love with someone, he would turn into a thing, and he could the curse would only be broken if someone fell in love with him. Even after he fell in love with them, and he turned into an evil thing, just like Beauty and the Beast, where the prince got cursed to be the beast, and only true love. You know? We know. Claude, your curse did not just make others fall in love with you. It stopped you from loving anyone too, didn't it? He mentioned that woman before. The one he thought loved him, but didn't. Is it possible she saw him in this form and was terrified of him? If you loved anyone, you would turn into a beast. You loved a woman once, but she only loved you because of your curse. The minute you transformed, she was scared of you. Right? Wasn't she? Yes. He sounds so pained. The reason Claude's been trying to hide everything from me is because he was scared I would have feared him. That's why beauty has always been so important to him. But the curse cast upon him makes him both beautiful and a beast. I wanted you to love me, but no one could love a beast. Oh my god. Oh my god. His words are dwindling. It sounds like he's being suffocated on the inside with how slowly he's speaking. Claude, I've never cared much about appearances. People have worn masks on their face their whole life around me. Claude, I take a deep breath and face him. I will love you no matter what form you take. I dropped my sword. That scared me. It was really loud. I dropped my sword to the ground and make my way over to him. I rest my cheek on his chest and wrap my arms around him. I love you. Oh my god, you guys. Also, holy flashbang. The room is filled with a bright but gentle light. It almost feels like I'm bathing in sunlight. For a few moments, I forget my worries. Everything feels blissful and quiet, and my heart feels full. Then, moments later, I feel warm arms around my waist. It's so bright, it's hurting my eyes. I love you too, Karma. Oh my god! I broke your curse, and you helped me break mine, and now we'll be together forever, but that's kind of... Are we forgetting about the freaking... The king that's like literally bound and gagged to the throne right now? And all the bad things? Of course I'm happy. Hooray! Happy ending! I think we got this is good. He just said I love you. We said I love you. Surely nothing bad will happen now, right? I'll love you even if you're a worm to him. The warmth is still there too, but now I feel it immediately on my skin, and I realize that's because Claude is hugging me. Not as a beast, but as a man. Did I break his curse? I realize this is the first time Claude has ever touched me for a long period of time before abruptly moving away. Tentatively, I move my hands, feeling the fabric of his shirt and warmth of him underneath it. Claude! Before I can finish my sentence, my lips are sealed. Oh my god, he's kissing us, you guys! I feel Claude's lips on mine, only briefly, but it's enough to make me suddenly feel faint. He pulls away from me with a brilliant smile. I've always wanted to do that! Karma, you're blushing. If I could, I would kiss you again, but we have some urgent things to attend to. The reality of the situation begins to seep back into me. My father, Varg, Alcaster, they're still in the throne room. The king! Let's go, Karma. Ugh. When Claude and I rush into the throne room, my attention is immediately grabbed by the king calling my name. Karma! He's still bound to the throne room, though his gag is removed. A rush of relief floods through me. He's alive! He's alive and he remembers me! My gaze is drawn to the two men battling at the base of the throne. Their swords are locked together in a stalemate. Alcaster and... Fritz! Oh my god! What's happened here? This is not how you gain power.
I knew you would be a thorn in the side from the moment I concocted this plan. Where is Varg?
The only one here is me, and I will... Fritz's concentration slips as his eyes land on me. The opening is small, but it's enough to give Alcaster the opportunity he needs. Watch out! Claude's already running over to help, but even he's too slow. Oh my god! Alcaster disarms Fritz before driving his sword through Fritz's chest? Oh my god! He just killed his son in front of me. Now I feel bad, cause the karma cess was outside the door, and we're like, oh, true love will break the curse. Oh, and this guy's getting murdered by his dad. Oops, sorry. What? Who? King? Nah, the king's a myth. I love you, but we only got 3 minutes to save the king. If you remember. Wow. No! Alcaster pulls the sword out of his chest just fast enough to deflect Claude's attack. As Claude drives Alcaster away from the throne, I rush to where Fritz has collapsed to the ground. His eyes are already growing glassy. Fritz! I leaned over to him. There's so much blood! I glare at Alcaster. How could you do this to your own son?
Anyone in my way will meet my sword. Blood does not matter.
Princess. I turn back to Fritz in alarm, tears in my eyes. Fritz, hold on. Don't speak, you need to conserve your energy. Princess, I'm sorry. Fritz, please don't speak. Oh my god, she's crying! I feel bitter tears stinging my eyes. I'm sorry. I watch as the life seeps from Fritz's eyes. Bro, he just died. I thought this was supposed to be a good ending. I mean, at least it's not me or Claude, but holy crap. My BFF just died as soon as he remembered I existed again. Hello? I watch as the life seeps from Fritz's eyes to feel for a heartbeat, but Fritz's body is still. Fritz! I glance up at the sound and see Claude at the far side of the room, struggling to get to his feet. Karma, watch out! I turn, but I'm not fast enough. I see Alcaster's sword raised high in the air, and I know it will reach me before I can pick up my sword. The sword falls from Alcaster's hand as a bright red ribbon of light twines around the hilt and drags it far from reach. I turn and see Dolores standing a short distance away, Jurian, Garland, and Waltz all standing behind her. Your performance as king has been incredibly disappointing. Jurian and Garland move together, rushing Alcaster from the same side. I see Claude moving in from the other side, quiet and lethal. Princess! Waltz and Delora rush over to me as the fighting continues. Jesus. The sounds. Alcaster has reclaimed his sword and is trying to evade attacks from 3 different swords at once. The king! Waltz nods at me, his gaze lingering on Fritz as his expression becomes solemn. He walks off to the throne while Delora kneels beside me. Delora! Delora shakes her head, and that's all I need to know that there's nothing more to be done. Glowing Grossi? Man, he's dead and you're making fun of the way I said it wrong? Freak you, too. We'll make sure he's properly honored. But for now, we need to get you out of here. What about Ophelia? Waiting for us somewhere safe. I constructed a shield around her that will keep her hidden from view and harm until we return for her. Weren't we meant to bring the royal family back to Marken first? Not when we're missing the king. Besides, plans change when a magical beast starts rampaging in the castle.
Princess?
I turned to look at Alcaster, who still somehow managed to scream my name despite the fact he's quickly being overwhelmed.
Princess, we could have worked together. If you're more like your mother, you would have ruled with grace, beauty, and fear.
I flinch back and Delora's hands come to rest on my forearms, her grip steadying. That's enough. I look up and see the king has stopped to stand beside me. To my surprise, the king rests a gentle hand on my shoulders, his eyes soft as he looks at me. Karma, we have a lot to talk about, but right now I have something I must do. I nod mutely and watch as the king draws his sword. He makes his way to Alcaster, Jurian, Garland, and Claude step back from where they have forced Alcaster to a knee. You are a traitor lacking any honor, Alcaster.
You were the one who lacked honor. A ruler must have the people beneath his thumb.
Oh, he didn't die yet? Okay, never mind. Oops. A ruler must lead people, not suffocate them. His oath as king is to protect them. You are no king, Alcaster. For your crimes, I find you guilty and incapable of rehabilitation. The sentence for the severity of your crimes is death. The king raises his sword, and I turn away before he strikes down his sword. There's no sound or scream to follow. I turn once more to see that the king has pointed the sword at Alcaster's chest, but has not killed him. Hello? Freaking kill him! Hello? You will stay in the prisons until the time for your trial comes. Though you may try to refute these claims, you will be tried as a traitor to this kingdom. And then you will be executed. Okay, what's stopping him from escaping from the prisons? Just like how we snuck in and like was very easily, by the way. Can you not just like bring him now and do a public trial right now? Like put him in cuffs, bring him to the front of the palace and be like, everyone, he is a traitor to the kingdom and he must be punished. And then French guillotine him. Like, don't put him in the cells that just got broken into. Alcaster's shoulders fall. The glare never leaves his face, not even when guards seize him and drag him from the room. The queen immediately sends Julian and Garland out to deal with any knights that are still part of the coup. Delora and Claude help with moving Fritz's body, while Waltz tries his best to fill the king in on the most basic points of our successful operation. Everything has died down a bit over the last hour, but I still feel overwhelmed. I glance at Waltz and the king, who are still speaking. Every time the king sees me looking at him, he flashes me an uncertain smile before glancing away. I know he wants to speak with me, but I will talk to him after I can get Fritz's body out of my mind. It was my fault he died, wasn't it? He saw me and stumbled. Hey, princess. What are you doing here? I thought you changed, but you still have got some feistiness in you, don't you? Many years ago, when the war ended, we were all faced with us feeling just like this, princess. We'd lost so much, and the future seemed so grim. But now it's different. You have a future. You broke your curse, princess. That gives you some kind of hope. And in addition, you broke karma's. Memories of Claude's arms around me, of his lips on mine, come flying back to my foggy mind. My heart still feels tight, but it's a little lighter when I think about him. I wish he was here right now. How did I break Claude's curse? Claude. I don't think I'll ever get used to his real name. Seems like he hasn't told you yet. I guess it's been pretty hectic. So, Claude turned into a beast because he loved me? Well, I guess I could give you the laydown of his curse. Stop! Desist! Delora has not even started to speak when Claude runs into the room, gasping as if he's been running through the halls. Curse! Oh, are you speaking about my curse? There's no way he heard us talking in the hallway, is there? Even I feel at a loss for words right now. I sense you may be talking about me. The princess was just asking me about your curse. Oh, then I was right to come running. And here I was just guessing that you might be what you might be talking about. Claude's curse was based off the fairy tale The Beauty and the Beast. Claude easily finishes her sentence. Delora holds up her hands as if in surrender. So eager to steal the spotlight. Well, you are talking about me after all. You always told me your curse was just the beauty's curse, though. Well, yes, because the other half was a little difficult to explain, wasn't it? He has a point. Though I think he might have been able to save us all some trouble if he hadn't been so secretive about his curse. He must have been really scared that I would shun him. Allow me to explain, princess. In the fairy tale, a prince of a kingdom is transformed into a beast because his heart is as cold as ice. Sounds familiar to a certain icy princess, eh? Okay, freak you too. Just trying to lighten the mood. Claude sighs. I would call karma something far more flattering, like my sweet beloved. Okay. You were talking about your curse. Oh, right. Well, anyway, the witch who cursed the prince in the tale tells him he has to learn to love and be loved before the petals of a rose completely fall off. A rose? Yes, she gives him a rose and he keeps it protected under glass. Some time passes and the rose continues to wither away. A maiden finds the beast, and eventually the two fall in love. At the end of the tale, she confesses her love to the beast and he transforms back into a human. By confessing I saved you? But his curse was different from the tale. I know what you're thinking. That my curse was somewhat different. It was more complicated. The witch made it so I was both the beauty and the beast. She said it suited me because I was so vain. The witch constructed a very roundabout curse. Anyone who falls for me falls in love with me as the beauty. And when I transformed into a beast, the enchantment would break and they would become terrified of me. I doubt Claude ever thought he would break his curse. The love woman felt for him while he was cursed was always fake. How could that kind of love hold strong when he turned into a beast if it was never true to begin with? Then you came along, princess. I bet he just about given up hope and was waiting for you to dispel the curse on your birthday, but now here you both are. But the ice princess in love? What a miracle. I turn away embarrassed. It's not a miracle. I'm very glad I met you, Karma. If only he told us he would become a mindless primal killing machine SMH. Who doesn't tell peeps that on the first date? I know. Like, hello? Why would he tell people that? Oh yeah. By the way, I might act like I have rabies every once in a while. But I don't. It's only if I like you. Lady Delora's words are the truth. I had just about given up hope. I never had any hopes of breaking my curse. I thought the only way to fix it would have been for you to dispel it on your birthday. But then I came to know you and... He fell in love. A fairy tale indeed. You started out frowning at everything and everything. You've come a long way, princess. Congratulations. You turned to be a pretty okay princess. And you turned out to be a pretty okay witch. Do my ears deceive me? A compliment from our little witch? You look so surprised, but you'll be the new bearer of our crystal will soon, princess. I expect good things from you. Oh, right, I almost forgot about that part. I'll try my best. Yet another miraculous proclamation from the little witch. Will the surprises never cease? Before I can snap at Delora again, the king awkwardly interjects, coming to stand next to us with Watson inside. Hello, father. Pardon the intrusion. Oh, not at all, your majesty. Waltz told me you were cursed. That's why I forgot about you. Yeah. Even if it was only by a curse, I feel terrible that such a thing could have happened. Oops, ever happened. So I'll make it up to you. We can catch up from where we were many, many years ago. And maybe things can be different. Low-key, no, freak this guy. Because we're supposed to believe, like, oh no, he was always trying his best for us. But, we were, like, so mean to him. And, like, we were being brainwashed by our mom. But, like, he saw us getting brainwashed by our evil mom. And did nothing. And then when she died, and we're like, oh my god. She's the only thing I've ever loved. He's freaking like, ugh. This kid needs to freak off. I'm not gonna explain anything to her. Maybe if you guys talked it out, but he didn't want to talk it out. So, freak this guy. I'm sorry. What for? For being the way I was before. For shunning Ophelia and her children. Oh. Ophelia? Did they bring her back to the Margin? Ophelia's still here. After the fight was over, she was shown back to her room. She's still waiting for Rod and Emmeline to return. Now, would you maybe be willing to tell me the story from the beginning? Perhaps I could fill in the gaps, your majesty. This guy's already trying to be like, hello, I'm gonna be the new... Will you please let me marry the princess? Claude? The king looks startled as he stares at Claude. He blinks as if he just noticed his presence. Oh, and you are? Claude elegantly bows before the king. I am Prince Claude of Brigantia. A pleasure to finally meet you, your majesty. The lost prince? The king turns to me with a puzzled look. It's a long story. Claude surprises me by wrapping an arm around my shoulders and pulling me closer to him. Everyone looks shocked, except for Delora, who looks like she's trying not to laugh. As the princess's lover, I feel it my obligation to help her explain this whole mess. Oh my god, don't say that to the freaking king, bro. That's her dad. I feel my face getting hotter at Claude's sudden proclamation. All their eyes are now on me, and I feel like suddenly hiding myself. Only Claude would so bluntly say such a thing. King looks more shocked than anything. When did this happen? Well, your majesty, I think we had better start at the beginning. We were able to tell the king everything, save for where Varg had disappeared to. No one was sure where he'd gone in all the chaos. The night's searches for him all ended in failure. A lot of explaining had to be done, not just to the king, but also to the people at the tavern. As soon as everything had calmed down, Rod and Emmeline finally went back to the palace. I apologized to them as best as I could, and they all seemed willing to try again with me. And I'm willing to try again too. As for Claude... Whoa. Jesus. So you're going back? Are you sure you don't want to come to Brigantia with me, just for a short holiday? I'd love nothing more to introduce you to my family. Mother would shower you with gifts. Father would tease you, probably. He makes jokes frequently. And llama? You have a llama? What did you just say? A llama? He has a pet llama? My brother, Llama. What? Another acronym. We're Karma and Llama. What is it? Like, Laud? A-M... Bruh. I guess it makes sense that M-A at the end is their last name. And then the first three names are their names. Or then their middle names. Jesus. As your daughter's lover and bed shaker. He did not say that! He did not say that! What? What? You just snuck that in. He said as your daughter's lover. What? Bold thing to say your father. Dang, bro. He did. You are a dirty-minded kiwopod, man. Does your father do these things on purpose? I told you he likes jokes. My brother's real name is Lance. I was gonna bring you back and introduce the two of you. And you could tell my little brother how very charming I am. Is it just my imagination, or is there a glimmer of competition in his eyes? As much as I would like to meet your family, you have your own obligations here. You need to let your family know you're safe and alive, bro. You've been gone for like 2 years. You need to go there and say like, hey, I'm alive and I got cursed. That would turn me into a beast and I would kill people, so I had to go for the good of the country. And then you need to like probably fix your entire like political system. Do princes do a lot in in kingdoms or no? Well, he needs to. He's probably the heir to the throne, so I don't know. But the thought of being separated from you, Claude sighs before he leans down and plants a kiss on my forehead. I'll miss you. You'll be gone that long. Love, that's not how you're supposed to respond. She's like, okay, bye. You're supposed to say, my sweet prince, I'll miss you too. Fine, then. I'll miss you. Maybe. She's such a tsundere. She's such a tsundere. That's cute. That's cute. I love tsunderes. Cloud raises an eyebrow at me and then smiles. I'll be back for your birthday. Love you, Karma. Ah! It's only been a few weeks since Claude has left, but I'm impatient. The king has been throwing grand dinners every night in preparation for my birthday, but I can hardly concentrate on everyone else when I'm thinking of Claude. I told him about all the smaller birthday celebrations. I thought he would be here for all of them. But my birthday's in a few days. When will he come back? I try to make myself busy, mainly by continuing my sword practices with Jurian and Garland, who have both rejoined the Order of Caldera. Every time I'm around, the knights think of Fritz. Oh, every time I'm around the knights, I think of Fritz. I shall bring some new flowers tomorrow. If Claude would just return already, we could go pay our respects together. Hello, Karma, my love, my sunshine, my beautiful betrothed. Claude! I shake my head and try to gather my thoughts. First of all, you did not knock. Second, we're not engaged. We may as well be, don't you think? Propose first? What do you mean? Well, we might as well be. Propose. Where's my ring, motherfreaker? At the very least, knock before you come in. Still worried I'll come in on you in the middle of changing. Hello? Would you have minded so terribly? Yes! It's worth saying those things to you just to see you blush. Why are you even here? His arrival so suddenly and had absolutely no time to prepare. Claude sighs dramatically. Oh, you didn't want me back here? No, I mean, you didn't even write to say you're back today. I just wasn't expecting you. I did say I'd be back for your birthday. I'm a man of my word. Should I have stayed out longer? No, of course not. I grumble as Claude walks over to my bread. My bread? Okay. It depends. Usually no, though. Princes on average are just a pretty face to sell off to the next military alliance with France. Yeah. They're just for heirs to the throne and marriage alliances. Also, Sunderes are top tier, but it's not like they like us, baka. You get me. I freaking love Sunderes. If my girl doesn't beat me at least once a week, is that really your girl? I don't know. I grumble as Claude walks over to my bed, grinning. He sits down in the bed next to me and wraps an arm around my waist, pulling me closer. I sigh out and lean my head on his shoulder. It's a startling contrast to what it used to be. But before, if I touched him, he would flinch away and turn away from... Hello, God? It's a startling contrast to what it used to be. Before, if I touched him, he would flinch and turn away from me. Now he's always right next to me. Claude's whole body seems to relax, and I tentatively wrap my arms around him and hug him back. I knew I would miss you, but it really was terrible being away from you. But you enjoyed the time with your family. I did. And my brother was very frustrated that I spoke about you almost every hour of the day. How could you have that much to say about me? Oh, I felt like I didn't have enough time to list off all your virtues. I nudge him in the arm, but he just grins at me. A glint from Claude's pocket catches my eye, and I flush proudly when I notice the rose locket. Looking at the locket makes me think back to the night when he transformed back into a prince. Lost in thought, are we? I was just noticing the locket. You still carry it around with you. Of course I do. It's become my most valuable possession. He pulls the little locket out and pops it open. I'm startled when I see the small sheet of paper with my own words on it. My message to him is still there. Claude smiles as he reads the words aloud. A normal rose would have withered, so I offer this one instead, in heartfelt thanks. I say nothing when he turns to look at me. Oh, your cheeks are red again. Your embarrassment is adorable, darling. I'm not embarrassed. I just didn't think he'd keep the words in there or that it would ever mean so much to him. Yes, of course. You have exceptionally rosy cheeks. He pauses as he closes the locket again and looks at it fondly. I love this locket because it's the first gift you gave me. He was holding the locket as the beast too. It was half the reason I recognized him. I jump as Claude gently taps my nose with his finger. This locket isn't going anytime soon, I can assure you. I smile as he winks at me. Anyway, allow me to pull you back into the present. Since I promised you no more secrets, let me tell you something. Oh? Claude looks away from me, his eyebrows furrowing, and I frown. I hope it's nothing serious. I am nervous about sitting down to dinner with your father tonight. You're nervous? I start laughing without even meaning to. You're laughing at my pain, princess? He pulls me closer and kisses the top of my head. Wait, you're too flamboyant to be nervous. I'm confident, princess, not flamboyant. There's a difference. Yeah. Claude's expression grows more solemn. He looks at me seriously, almost sadly. Karma, I'm still sorry about lying to you. The whole time I made myself up to be someone beautiful. Someone I wasn't. I believed I was a truly good person on the inside and that I deserved good things even though I was selfish. Okay, he's already apologized to me before, too many times. Claude, you do not have to apologize. No, that witch was right to curse me. I always had everything handed to me on a silver platter. Are we not going to talk about the fact that we're still in the same clothes that we wore at the Markin? Like, this is fine because he's a prince. He wears his, like, little prince uniform, whatever. Me? I'm still wearing the freaking, like, blue dress. Didn't I have, like, normal princessy clothes before? When I came to NGL, I believed that if it wasn't going to help break my curse, it wasn't important. And then I met you. At first, I thought I'd have to get on your good side so you can help me dispel my curse. But then, Karma, I realized I was drawn to your confidence and commitment. But I could never admit I was in love with you. I was so scared that if I transformed you into a beast and you were scared of me, I would lose my chance at winning your heart. So you see, princess, I was selfish. I wanted all of you without having to give you all of me. I looked down at where our hands were intertwined, and I gripped my fingers tighter. I've told you many times now that you have nothing to apologize for. Yeah, like, she was also, like, genuinely a terrible person, so it's completely fine. But if you insist on apologizing, maybe you ought to do something to make it up to me. Whoa! 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 Those words are out of my lips before I can even think them. I stop suddenly, trying to ignore the hot flush in my cheeks. Claude looks at me puzzled, and for a few moments I feel triumphant that I have caught him off guard. Then the puzzled look fades and Claude just grins at me. Oh my, so forward. Forward. I open my mouth to apologize when he suddenly grabs my hands and tugs me down to the bed. Hello? 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 This my channel. Ah! I'm kidding, they're not gonna show anything, obviously. The instincts I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment. The instincts Claude taught me in my sword fighting are quickly overwhelmed by my surprise, and in no time at all he has me pinned down to the bed and is looming just above me smiling. Oh my god! I'm disappointed. Princess, you knew my weakness and you didn't even try to exploit it here. Your weakness? Yeah. He leans closer to me and our noses almost touch. My weakness is you, Karma. Oh my god! Kiss CG? No way! He leans down and our lips finally meet. I relax into the contact, my earlier tension melting away as warmth flows through me. He pulls away and smiles at me. You see, I let my guard down in front of you. I let my guard down in front of him too. And only him. This whole time, all I've been wanting to do is be able to touch him like this. Whoa! His fingers move gently up my arm and he leans down to kiss me again. Oh my god! Hey, yo, I told you it was sorbet. Stop, stop, stop. The sound of knocking startles us both. A muffled voice comes through the door. Princess, the king is requesting your presence down in the dining hall. He says that your friends have arrived. Princess? I hear the doorknob begin to turn and quickly speak. Yes, I'll be there in a minute. I will let him know, princess. First the curse and now this. It's as if the world is conspiring against us. He kisses me once more on the forehead before slowly sitting up and running a hand through his hair. I catch the mischievous look in his eyes and I smooth down my ruffled hair. Don't worry, Karma, we'll just finish this later. I feel my cheeks flush. You say such uncouth things. Claude chuckles before he stands up and offers his hand. I take it and smiled up at him. I love you, Karma, and now I gotta say it as many times as I like. I love you too, Claude. I stand up on my toes, plant lips before heading to the door. Are they freaking addicted to kissing? Chill! Let's go, Claude. Oh my god, I did it. I did it. I got the good ending. There's no way that's not a good ending. That was amazing. Like, no one... Well... I was about to say no one died. Someone did die, but it wasn't me or Claude. Or Karma. I'm not calling him Claude. I don't like calling him Claude. He's Karma to me. Yay! We got the good ending! Congratulations to us. Well, we got the good ending. This was fun. Yatta! It's like, I don't put myself in the shoes of these people. I like just watch their stuff and I help like do the what's it called? The choices. But I think it's so fun. It's like it's like reading a romance novel where you like sometimes you let your thoughts bleed into the book. Yay, to the fake Karma route. And we got the sword fight ending. Stop. Oh my gosh. I wonder if the bad ending is that he kills us while he's a beast. Because we reject him or something, I don't know. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yay. Yay! I think this is the first time I've gotten, like, a not bad ending on a visual novel. Yay! Thank you for playing! I don't know if I'll do the other routes. Honestly, I only cared about Karma because I'm Karma, you know? And also because he was cross-dressing. So, I'm not sure if we'll continue on the game. Yeah. Ooh! I got the achievement! Obtain Karma's good ending! Yes! Ooh, I bet I can guess what these things are. Oh! Look, we got Karma right here on the left. That's the rose. This hood, maybe Red Riding Hood? The Red Riding Hood. This star, it has to be the Neverland Pirates one, right? And then this is Rumpelstiltskin, and this is Little Mermaid? I don't know. Oh, it has to be Little Mermaid, because Rod is the one he, like, loses his voice. Who are the love interests? It's Karma, Waltz, Rumpel, Rod. Who's the other one? Oh, Fritz? Is this supposed to be Fritz? I didn't know he was under a curse, though. Wow. Very exciting, very exciting. Let's go back to my Zatu screen. And let's turn off this music. Let's put my music instead. Red Riding Hood, so another big monster beast. Okay, chill out. Chill out. Oh. Well, it was the hood, so I think maybe we're the beast. Baby, I'm praying on you tonight. That was fun. That was fun. Ugh, my voice, it's not bothering me that much, honestly. My throat. Like it's just like a little bit. And also the congestion that I was like suffering from like in the middle is kind of gone too. I don't know why, but like my nose was like seriously completely like congested. I couldn't breathe because I was reading and I was like exhaling, you know? And then like it went to my ears, but now I'm all good. It was weird. It was weird. Okay, what else? Well, we're gonna be playing more Ace Attorney tomorrow. And then hold on, I don't know my schedule. I'm fake. Bad streamer. And then on Thursday, we're doing episode 2 of Sally Face. And then on Friday, I'm gonna play Papa's Burgeria. Got a maze of airway congestion in there. I know! I don't even know what happened. I need to... Oh my god, I need to do my laundry. I left it in the... Oh, crap. I left it in the washing machine. Well, it'll be okay. Surely. It'll be okay to just put it in the dryer now. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow or next time or in a VOD. I don't know. Yeah. Objection, laundry's for nerds. Oh my god. If laundry's for nerds, what's dishwashing? I need to do my dishes again too. I did like most of them before stream, like this morning, but I still have some. I don't have a dishwasher, and my drying rack, my little like rack for drying dishes is like too small to fit all my dishes. So I need to do that too. I just need to do a bunch of chores, honestly. Take care, Karma. I'm gonna be honest. I like stared at that for like two seconds. I was like, TC? What does TC stand for? Ciao? Like ciao? Like in like Brazil, like Portuguese. I was like, TC. Take care, duh. Yes, take care, everybody. Oisu Karma. I will now do my chores and be a good and responsible doll. And I will not lay back down in my fluffy blanket in my nice warm bed with my soft dog who will cuddle with me, and she's also very warm. I don't know how it's been for you guys, but it's so cold and I want it to be not cold anymore, just so I don't get sick. And also so I can wear not a billion layers. S and RK. Y'all, you're just doing acronyms. I don't know. Or is that just like you? Is that like a giggle? Like a is that supposed to be that? Is that onomatopoeia? Okay, whatever. Stop. You're distracting me. This is the distraction tactic to get me to stay here longer and ramble about nothing. Otsu Karma. Everybody, have a good day, or night, or morning, or whatever time zone you're in. And take care of yourselves, okay? Don't get sick like me. Don't be a dummy like me. Onomatopoeia? Yeah, I knew it. I'm genius. Otsu Karma. Bye-bye.